What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Legion. This is the Void Elf leveling mini-series, episode number 46, and today I'm going to be playing Locksoul, my Void Elf Warlock. But first, we're going to log into the Horde Warlock, Locksoul, and we're going to make sure that Hell Narath has not spawned yet. I got Locksoul, Troll Horde Locksoul parked outside of Hell Narath's spawn location. I've been camping them, and I log in every once in a while. I'm not doing it very consistently. I think that's probably why I haven't seen him yet. But this guy, if he spawns and I kill him, I could get the accursed Dread Steed or Wrath Steed, and that's really, in my opinion, probably the best fitting RP style mount, I guess, for my Affliction lock, the Void Elf. And now that I know it exists, I kind of have to have it. So like, I'm camping this guy. I keep on logging in to see if he's there, and I don't see him. I'm like, ah. So hopefully we'll check today. First thing today, right now, we're gonna see if he's there. If he is, we'll kill him. We'll get the mount. We'll be happy, and then we can log over to Void Elf Locksoul, and he'll have that mount. He'll have the whole Affliction theme going. He's already got the Destro thing pretty much destroed out with the Brimstone Wrath Charger, Wrath Steed. I forget what they call him. But I got the Fire one. I want the Shadowy one. You know, Void Elf, shadowy, like Void, right? Please, Hell Narath, be there. We're gonna see. Is he there? Is he? There he is! Alright, let's get him! Rah!
Using an unstable ritual. Go.
He's carrying swarming me. I'm logging out. Or lagging out. Quick, drop some stuff. Hurry, use portals and stuff. Everything's frozen. Okay, here we go. We're catching up now. There we are. Alright, we need to drain soul off of something, because we're gonna die if we don't. He's hit us with something that hurts. Wouldn't that be a pain if we just came out here and died? I really didn't like plan or think anything through while I was lagging out. Alright, we're gonna put a little portal thing there. Let's get our hit points up. This warden is not taking damage. Okay. Let's dot him up. Shadow Manacles. Oh, okay, he's the one rooting us in place. Here comes the Shadow Bolt volley. Ow. Okay. Come on, Void. He's on passive. Do something with your life, Void. Alright, there we go. I didn't realize he was on passive. My bad. That's probably why the boss was beating me up. Okay. And if we have to, we'll just pull another Void out if he eats that one. Alright, let's pop some coolies and get into our main rotation. We're channeling Demon Fire. We're conflagrating. We got enough soul shards to do a Chaos Bolt. We're going to do another Chaos Bolt. Oh yeah, this guy's toast. We're going to use our artifact weapon ability. That's this little demonic rift thing that spews forth destruction-esque powers. Kill him with our eagle powers. Yeah, he's on his way down. We got this. Incinerate, 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 incinerate. Some big chaos bolts. Let's get our backdraft rolling. Double dump some chaos bolts in him. Yeah, that's what you get, buddy. Wonder what that 20 stacks is. Burning for 120k fire damage every second. That's from our portals move here. That's really cool. So we summoned another one, and it's starting to apply its goodness on him. What is this? Torment the Weak? That is a 3-stack ability. Is that what that portal put on him? Juk Crit just went down. We'll summon another one. Summon Juk Crit. Let's drain this guy's life for the remainder of his hit points. And give me my mount, sir. The Dread Steeds are mine, Warlock. Mine. There it is! The shadowy reigns of the accursed Wrath Steed, rather. Let's go to our collections and just whip that bad boy out. Mounts. The shadowy reins. Let's type in shadow. Oh. There. No. Felsteed. Nah. It's shadowy. Shadow. What if it's not on that list there? What the hell? Oh, I know why. Because we gotta learn it. It's in our bags. Let's learn it. There it is. Netherlord's Accursed Wrathseeds. That's what we need. Okay, so we type in Netherlord's Accursed Wrathsteed. Nether curse. Chaotic. So the Accursed Wrathsteed. Look at it glow. Oh, here it goes, guys. Here it goes. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, boy. There it is. Doesn't really match the specs theme, but it looks amazing, doesn't it? Now, you know who's gonna love this? You know who's really gonna love this? Locksoul. Locksoul, our other warlock. Okay, so we're gonna look. It leaves a trail purple hoof prints. That's so nice. Okay, let's put Netherlord Locksoul on the mount that fits Destro's spec currently. The chaotic fell mount. Yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so we're good here. Now we're gonna hop over to Locksoul the Void Elf and whip that bad boy out. I'm so excited. That was awesome. What a great way to start the stream. Fantastic. Alright, Locksoul, our level 88 warlock. Man, I can't wait to whip this thing out. This is gonna be so good. As soon as I found out about this, I literally thought it was just something you had to go to your order hall, buy it for 1,000 order resources. I was like, man, Locksoul don't really have another 1,000. I would have to do some world quests, and I finally decided to do it one day because I was like, you know what, even if it is 1,000, that's a couple world quests, and then I could get that. And then I checked, and it wouldn't let me buy it. I was like, what? How come it's not showing? And then I Googled it, and Wowhead ended up saying that it was a drop. And I was like, a drop? That don't even... A drop doesn't cost order resources. Here it is, the Accursed Wrathsteed. Now, we got the shadowy Locksoul with the shadowy Ember Shards, or Soul Shards. And we can pull this thing out. Yeah, buddy. I'm so excited. This is awesome. Yeah, man. And it's all glowy too. Like, it looks... I don't know if any other version of this mount glows like this. That's awesome. Okay. Alright, what are we doing here? We're finishing up Uldum. We got a couple levels to grind out. We're gonna run some random Mist of Pandaria dungeons. Look at that. We're all shadow themed now. We're ready to take on the world of Warcraft. Alright, so I did all the Harrison Jones quests. Now I'm just kind of like just doing these other ones. It's kind of like uniting the tribes in like any other zone. Efficient excavations. I kind of want to veer off that way and see what this one is, because Schnotz's Landing, that's where we left off with Harrison Jones. He said that he was going to need our help a little bit later and for us to come back, or that he would meet up with us again. So we're going to check that out probably in a bit. Now we're attacking these Neferes guards because we need something from them. We're supposed to get the Vir Nal Delta map. Just drain this guy's soul. We'll lock his soul up. Oh look, everybody dropped a map. We didn't need to kill that many. Okay. Just went a little bit overboard. We're looking for ancient Tolvir armaments. Hey guys. Alright, and we'll throw one of these out on him. Drop a big dude. We'll start draining people. Oh yes. And that's
Well
our
deserved.
ancient Tolvir armaments. There is another quest off down to the south here. The Neferes prison, Tahet's whereabout. Let's go check out where Tahet is. Oh man, this looks so good. Look at our mount, man. It's all void shifted. It's so good. It looks like a void. Oh man, I seen somebody on one of these before. I thought it didn't look like this. I wonder too, like, is this being modified? Is it actually like void shifted? Did I have Entropic Embrace when I called this out? Because if that's the case, that would be super legit. If when you called out your mount with Entropic Embrace, it got that scheme? Let me see something. Let me see. Okay, this is without Entropic Embrace. Yeah, it's all void. It looks void. Let me see something. Let me pull out the Observer here. Observer. He's kind of void as well. Ow, get off me. Get out of here. I'm testing some stuff. Now I'm Entropic Embraced. Now after this guy dies, we're going to pull out our mount while we're shifted. And we're all going to be a theme. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay. Is it always void shifted? That's cool. It didn't look like that earlier, I didn't think. Maybe it did. Maybe I'm blind. Alright, we're looking for this guy. I wish I could turn my Blazing Rush into a kind of a shadowy thing. Alright, put that on this guy and Seed of Corruption so we can spread corruption on all of them. Got Phantom Singularity rolling, kind of like I was telling y'all last time with the Havoc kind of idea. We're gonna put it on our off target so we can get the full advantage of all the dot ticks, and it very easily does over 40% of our damage every time we do that. Wait, here come the Neferes guards. Fight near me so I can beat their skulls in. Okay. They're hitting the void pretty hard. Throw a couple of these. Come a little closer, Void, so he can help you. Yeah, man. Here's a Neferest Enforcer. We'll put 3 afflictions on him. 1, 2, 3 unstable afflictions. That just nukes him right down. Who else wants some? Here we are. We got a rare here, or an elite. Okay, so we're gonna put that on the big dude, I think. Take out the little guy because priorities. The void went down. Summoning a new void. Redotting agony. We're gonna pull out our big dude. Doom Lord, or the Doom Guard. Have a few unstable afflictions. We're going to refresh our agony, put another unstable affliction. Got 2 of them rolling on him. Yeah, boy. That it? That's it, right?
Well deserved.
Neferest prison. If the prisoner's information is true, Tahet is in great danger. Freedom at last. I must warn you, Caymans does horrible things to prisoners. He forces them to fight as pets, beasts. Prepare for the worst, my friend. Okie dokie. Pull out our super uber void mount. I don't know why it's all blue shifted like this. Is this how it normally glows? I feel like I bugged it somehow with my entropic embrace. Man, that thing looks bad. Bad to the bone. Leaving these void hoof prints is so cool. Where has this been my whole life? Pink Rose says, "Hi Elude, how's you doing today?" Hey Pink Rose, how's it going? Welcome to the stream this morning. I'm doing well. I've got this accursed ward steed, this Netherlord's accursed rat steed. It looks cool too. Like, I'm all enamored by it because I just picked it up. I thought it was just like a purpley glowy mount, but like it's actually like a void walker mount. Pretty crazy. It looks nice. That Lord Helnarath earlier, the first thing I did when I logged in, he was sitting there. I was like, yes! So I attacked him real fast. I almost died. I had to pull out multiple pets. He lure caimans over the croc eggs without stepping on them yourself. Okay, so we're gonna bring the void over here. We're gonna try to get this guy to step on some crocodile eggs. I think our void walker did it. Okay, no, forget it. I think the crocodile eggs thing is supposed to help us beat this guy. To be honest, I don't think we need any help beating this guy. We could probably manage him just easily ourselves. He does have a lot of hit points though. We don't want to let that agony fall off. Yeah, he's got a lot of hit points, but I think we're fine. I think we'll be okay. Let's feed our void lord here. Alright, as soon as we get a shard, we'll pull out our Doom Guard. There it is. Doom Guard. They spawn like right on top of me. Kind of weird. I'm debating the next level. I can either pull out a second Void Walker, or I forget how it works. There's the next tier at level 90. I'm either gonna be able to. Oh, well, nice. He was right on top of them eggs, so whenever the eggs respawn, they just ate him up. He says, "I cough. Owe you my life, stranger. Thank you, Tahet." I thought he was dead, but I guess he made it. But yeah, I'll show y'all on the way here to this quest. In our talents, we got Glyph of Supremacy, Grimoire of Service, or Grimoire of Sacrifice. Oh, Grimoire of Supremacy. So Supremacy, Service, or Sacrifice. If we get Supremacy, we can summon our Doom Guard or our Infernal. And it's essentially saying I either want an AoE tank or I want a single target DPS, and that becomes our pet. So we won't be summoning a Succubus or Observer or anything like that. It's either permanently the Doom Guard or the Infernal. Well, we could also pull out the Succubus and all those, I bet. But it also allows us to summon our Doom Guard and Infernal, which in most situations we probably want one or the other of those anyways. Or we could get Grimoire of Service, which means every 1.5 minutes we can summon for 25 seconds another demon. So we could pull out another observer and have 2 observers attacking a target, or we could actually pull out 2 void walkers, or you know, whatever. And depending on which one we pull out, they do like their special ability. Like if I pulled out 2 imps, if I had an imp and I pulled out a second imp, the second imp that comes out would automatically cleanse a harmful magic effect from me. not putting on cooldown the one that I already get from the imp, right? So I'd be able to cleanse twice in a row. If we get the Voidwalker, then we could use 2 taunts in a row. Succubus, two seduces, and then the Fell Hunter. Like, I could pull out, I could use my Fell Hunter's interrupt, and then if I pull out a second one, I can use that second one's interrupt. So it's essentially giving me 2 quick interrupts. That sounds like the most useful. That's probably what I would actually go with, just for the second interrupt, because there are a lot of situations where you're in a dungeon and your DPS aren't interrupting. Melee are made for interrupting. Like, they got a short 12 to 15 second cooldown on their interrupts. Whereas like a caster, a warlock, has like a 24-second cooldown on their interrupts. So by having that talent in this tier with my warlock, essentially giving me as much interrupt capability as a melee. And then I could also do Grimoire of Sacrifice, where I just like, I eat my pet, and it gives me a buff that deals shadow damage to the target that I'm attacking, and then every other target within 8 yards of that. So this is potentially really good for like bursty AoE damage in like a dungeon that we appear to just be rolling over. So I'm just really gonna have to fill that out, whether or not I want to like provide a utility for the group, or if I just want to boost my own damage. Grimoire of Sacrifice sounds like the way to go for affliction, excuse me. So I'm actually thinking Grimoire of Sacrifice currently. But like while I'm questing, I most likely want to go with Supremacy. Or even Service, I guess. If I want to be a utility for my group, I'm thinking Service. But if I want to just like quest, I can pull out an Infernal and just have Supremacy. Just like auto tank for the win. And he's an AoE tank as well. You gotta excuse my throat's been kind of gunky this morning. Been on the precipice of getting sick, but been managing to stay ahead of it lately. Okay, so we need the Relics of the Sun Key. Grab these guys. Gather around, bandits or outriders. And Ragaga. Yeah, man, that Phantom Singularity really nukes them down. And this thing, these Scorpid here, I actually want to like drain them. This is one of the first quests you get when you come to this zone, but went off on that Harrison Ford kind of trail and ended up just doing all his chain because it was so fun. Alright, and now we got that one drained. These are spread out enough to where you can't really grab very many of them. Alright, we'll put a Phantom Singularity on that Outrider. See the corruption these guys. We'll drop a big Infernal. Make sure to recast our Agony before it falls. Kind of miss opportunity on that one. Yeah, man. And I had my Burning Rush on the whole time. Morning, cuz. What's up, cuz? Yo, cuz. Excuse me. I'm gonna be doing that a lot. I really should probably go to push to talk or something. Y'all ain't gotta hear me. Draining the blood from all these. So that's 4 of 8. We need 4 more. Alright, let's put that Outrider. Ragaga, Ragaga, Ragaga. Okie doke. Draining that one. That's 5 of 8. Let's get this guy, and this guy over here. Come a little closer. Okay. We'll put the singularity on this guy and put our Seed of Corruption out. We'll resummon Void because that one died. We need to... Ding! That's level 89. Oh yes. Okay.
Well deserved.
That's 4/4 on that one. Let's drain this thing's blood. So we got all the relics of the Sun King. Now we need 2 more of the Venom Blood Scorpid drained. Venom Blood Scorpid. Oh. Before I forget, I noticed earlier this was happening. Big questing. We don't want to auto accept or auto turn in. Dougie allows me to very quickly accept and turn in quests. But for the stream, I've been kind of curious like what the flavor text has been. If I ever watch this back, I'll be reading the quests and stuff as I watch it again. I actually like it that way. Alright, so another Venom Blood Scorpid and we'll be done with these. Quick 2 here. That double stacking Unstable Affliction usually nukes them pretty hard. 3 is really what we want to do. If we could get them above 90% while we're stacking our Unstable Affliction.
Well deserved.
I noticed that'll nuke them down really fast and it doesn't really overkill. Like, the debuffs expire by the time they die. Scale Mother Hyena. Okay. Or Scale Mother Hevna. Not Hyena. Okay. Get our underwater breathing. We actually get an opportunity to use a OG lock move there. We're going to pull out our Doomguard, put a singularity. We'll double stack some Unstable Afflictions and drain Soul. We got another Unstable Affliction here. We're going to reapply Agony.
Well
and they're
deserved.
dead. Well deserved. Look at that thing, looks ugly. Let's get out of here. Alright. Go turn these in. Just north of Ramekin. And then we got Root of the Corruption. That's actually from the dam over there. We did a handful of those dam quests yesterday. Them damn quests, them damn quests. Alright, here is the Sun Priest Asaurus. Alrighty. We're on our way to the dam. Actually, there's something up north as well. Let's go Warlord Ihsen. We'll take out Warlord Ihsen. I'm searching for a movie reference that I thought of whenever I was looking at the dam. Here it is. We're gonna look this in a minute. Alright, so Warlord Ihsen. Ragaga. So our Void came out savage on this Tolvir Scarab. Oh, this guy's tanky. Okay. Put a singularity on him and see how he deals with that. We don't want to let our Agony fall off, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh that. We'll Unstable Affliction and drain him the rest of the way.
Well
You done,
deserved.
Mr. Sun? Alright, we'll turn in this. The Bandit Warlord. Fantastic. Oh, looks like we're gonna get a weapon. This is why I always did this one first, because when you get to these new expansions or higher level zones, you used to want to beeline it for the weapon, so you had like a really legit weapon to quest the rest of the way in. Now we're heading to the dam. And I got a little in-flight movie that we could watch while we're headed to the dam here. We'll go ahead and put that on.
Welcome everyone. I am your damn guide on. Now I'm about to take you through a fully functioning power plant. So please, no one wander off the damn tour.
No one wander off the damn tour.
Pictures you want.
Take all the damn pictures you want. Are there any damn questions?
We're gonna get some damn bait.
Hold on, we gotta rewatch that one. We're gonna do it here in a second. I got the volume turned way down, so I'll show you guys what's so funny about that clip there. We just gotta turn in this damn quest. The root of the corruption here in the dam. Alright, here we go. Let me show you that one more time. We're gonna do it the right way.
Fully functioning.
Hold on.
Welcome everyone. I am your damn guide on. Now I'm about to take you through a fully functioning power plant. So please, no one wander off the damn tour. And please take all the damn pictures you want.
Take all the damn pictures.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Yeah, we're gonna get some damn bait.
We're gonna get some damn bait. I love it. That's awesome. Where can I get some damn bait? Take all of the pictures that you want. Take all the damn pictures that you want, he says. Yes, the waters are clearing up. I am certain to be visited by a vision of the High Council beings. Be warned, Void Elf. My vote will only be swayed by what I see. Alright, we're going to get a cloak from here. He says, you've helped us greatly today, but visions sway me. Case against the war, blah, 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 blah. So, we're trying to get his vote by helping him out. The High Council's ready to decide. So it's essentially the High Mountain quest chain, except we're doing it with these Egyptian Neferest Uldum type mobs. We're trying to unite different tribes of the Ramkin together. And I guess take down the Vortex Pinnacle boss. And eventually it becomes the Throne of the Four Winds raid as well, because you realize there's like, I guess, further corruption even past that guy. Two pieces of news have reached me today, Warlock. The High Council has reached a decision about war, and my brother has been slain by Neferest scum. I no longer need to wait for the former to lead my people into battle. We must move against the Neferest as soon as my people are ready. As soon as we make our move west in order to attack Neferest City, the enemy will strike us from the east, where we will be weak. Nahum will be first to fall, and if it does, Ramkin will soon follow. A small detachment is there already. Get a briefing from them. I want you to make sure to hold Nahum until I can send more troops there. Alrighty. Let's go to Nahum and Uldum. There's our dungeons queue. This is going to be a Miss of Pandaria dungeon. I accidentally queued for Mop earlier instead of Kata. I actually want to see if I get more than just the, what is it, 53k? It should be about the same as even doing a Kata dungeon. But next, after this one, if this queue fails, we'll just re-queue as, like, right now. But I want to stick with the theme of Lost City of Tolvir and stuff. We'll see, we'll see. We'll do what we got here. Because I actually like this. It's the Siege of the Neo-Zao Temple, I believe is what it's called. I really dig this. The Gate of the Setting Sun. Yeah, okay, so never mind. Let me just not say anything.
On the wall.
Alright, give me your quests. Lighting the way. That's a big bug.
The wall must stand.
Alright, we need to watch out for the poo. These clouds hurt. I'm going to pull out our Observer. And Phantom Singularity, one of these guys. Get our corruption rolling. Okay. So these mechanics are very punishing. You need to watch out for stuff that ends up on the ground. These guys that like to splay everywhere. We're gonna see the corruption this guy. Let's just burn our Hellfire Infernal right now. Alright. Free agony. Want to hear a sad story? No. Not really. Cuz has a sad story. Let's celebrate achievements only. We don't need to wallow in each other's depression. Why don't we share good news instead of bad news? People are obsessed with sharing bad news all the time. Maybe it's because of the news. The news is mostly bad news. Alright, here we go.
Guys, I'm gonna bring this whole wall down!
Alright. We need to watch out for this stuff on the ground, because these things, they explode, and it's like an XY pattern. Like if you have two axes, the X axis and the Y axis, like that's how they explode. So you got to make sure that you're in Z coordinates to those things whenever. And it's on me. It's on me. Here, let me put my coolie on. So sabotage makes me explode with an XY axis. Okay, good. Damn, that was interesting. Looks like we got enough DPS to kind of pull through some of these mechanics, it seems. That ring was not an upgrade for us. It's a huge upgrade for us. What's this talking about? 7.4. This is a 12.5. This is a 10.5? Wow. Get out of here, you gusting thing. Oh, it looks like we're gonna beeline it. Demon Hunters can't wear shields, so it wasn't added to collections. I don't understand. Oh, he says, laugh out loud, I was on my Demon Hunter doing Illidan Black Temple Bulwarker, Azeroth dropped. Oh. Yeah, lol. Remember, I told you that happened to Joy too. Please, please, give me. That's how I got it. Okay.
From this tower.
We're gonna throw 4 unstable affliction on them. This is where we make our money. This fight here, we could actually throw 5 of these things on him if he'll eat them. We're gonna do a strafing run. We're gonna make sure our dots don't fall. Since he's going there, this is all about the XY axis in this dungeon. He went that way, so we could dodge him this way. But now we go to where he started to avoid the fire that he's going to be casting over there. Now he's going along this. If that was the X-axis, he's going along the Y-axis now. All we have to do is watch out for the puddles. I think we could void port across. No, it went across that bridge there and didn't take. Unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna stack unstable affliction on this guy. Let him get some of that in him. We need to go this way. Ah, the fire's coming. We'll put 2 unstable afflictions on him. That should finish him off, hopefully. Even though he ranged our drained soul, it actually didn't fall off. Just want to make sure agony stays up. Yeah, we did pretty good there. Is our observer still around? I wonder why he's not following us. Who's assisting us, I guess that's why. Come to me, observer. Looks like we've all been here before. You can tell if a group is veteran or not by how quickly they navigate the dungeon and do the mechanics and stuff. Looks like these guys know enough of what they're doing for this to be pretty quickly
The gates are about to fall. Quickly,
an easily remedied run.
meddlers.
Quick, get some Seed of Corruption on them. Do we keep spamming Seed of Corruption? Let's spread Agony. Agony, 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 agony. Yep. Now let's store some shards. Got the boss here.
No escaping me.
Agony on him. I don't know if we should spam Seed of Corruption on him. Probably just go straight into Unstable Affliction. Got the Doom Guard coming up. We'll pop him. We're gonna give ourselves some options here with mobility. Maybe our party might appreciate that. We try to get a Phantom Singularity out to kind of nail everybody around this guy down, but I don't think we got it off actually. Or at least we probably got it off on the one of the weaker mobs. They died. We're doing okay, but these guys are hitting hard. I'll use my own demonic gateway, I don't care. Alright, moving along. Aren't these guys usually dead by the time we run here? That's interesting. We're gonna pop a soul well here. Alright, we're gonna get to this guy's weak spot. Got that weak spot there. We're gonna start dotting him up and taking him down. A lot of people, they'll just DPS the boss himself. They won't even worry about the weak spot. We got 2 Unstable Afflictions we can pump out on this dude. Put a Phantom Singularity for good measure. Got another Unstable Affliction. Get him, get him, get him. He's done. Alright, now we're gonna DPS the boss, because he's vulnerable now. We just gotta watch out for tornadoes and then mobs that come out and around. Damn, I let my agony fall off. That sucks. Singularity here. He'll fixate people too, so that's something to keep in mind.
Well deserved.
And he's done. Shoulder of Engulfing Winds. I think that's a new Mog for us. Yeah, that's a new Mog. Nice. They look good too. We really need to repair. We're down to 18% durability. Next time we see an armor person, we need to make sure we do that. Some good XP. This will help boost us out of Kata. I think it says we have both of them. So it doesn't matter which one we get. We'll drop group. Fantastic. Alright, we're going to requeue now for Cataclysm Dungeons specifically. Hopefully we'll see Lost City of Tolvir, Halls of Origination. That'll fit the theme of the zone we're in. And with that in our quests, we should get boosted out of the remainder of Cata. I think we're starting to get to the epic part of this quest chain as well. Hey, do you guys have a vendor? Locksoul, it's you. My regiment was ambushed on our way here. Our captain was slain, leaving me in command. Until you got here, that is, sir. Oh shit, I'm in command. There's an old story about Nahum. It speaks of how a powerful prophet named Atulet held off troves of energy or enemies by channeling power of the sun through this very temple. Most believe it to just be legend, but that power would certainly be useful to us now. The vile Nepharists have ransacked Altuhet's tomb. They've taken any artifacts of power and shattered the tablets that encode his memories. Go to the tomb of the precursors to the east and retrieve any fragments that you find. Will do. We priests of Nahum are guardians of the tomb of the precursors. Ever since Nepharists turned to their new masters, they've turned to great heresies. They rob us of their sacred tomb of forefather, blah blah blah. Okay, we're going to the tombs. We got that figured out. I really need a repair, so before I go there, I'm gonna go find a repair in Ramekin, because I'm at 18% durability. Look at this mount, it's so sexy. I love it. I'm way too happy with this mount. I seen somebody else on it and it didn't look like this. I don't know what it, maybe my graphic settings had something to do with it, but it looked just like your basic purple. It didn't look all voided out like this does. Alright, here's the repair guy. I guess the quartermaster. Yeah, I need to repair. Tabard of the Ramkin, it says we haven't collected this appearance. I'll buy it just to collect the appearance. We should probably vendor off some of this stuff too. That we can get rid of. Volatile air, flesh, anything that's non-cloth matte I get rid of mostly. And as far as the greens are concerned, I sell pretty much all of those if they're not an upgrade. This is a wrist upgrade. That brought us up quite a bit. And then also I want to be sure that I collect the appearance of all the items that I haven't collected the appearance of. As long as it's cloth. You've collected this appearance but not from this item, that's fine. Mace we can get rid of, we have that one. Cloak, ring. Yeah, we don't need any of this stuff. Now I am going to be an enchanter, but in order to disenchant some of this pre-Legion stuff, you have to have up to that level of enchanting to disenchant it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that. So it's much better to just DE Legion items, because at least until you get your enchanting skill up high enough to DE the rest of them. Because otherwise you'll just end up with the bank full items that you can't even disenchant. Alright, so we need Atulhet's record fragment. We need 8 of those. And the Nepharist intruder slain. That's over here. I like the intruder slain quest. That means we could just dot up 10 guys and nuke them down. The fragments is the one I'm more concerned with. That's the clicking objectives. If I can, I usually try to finish the clicking objectives first. That way I can just lay waste to everything in one fell swoop. That's 3 of 8. We need 5 more of those. They're just little tablets on the ground. Need more here. These are all the intruders. Okay, so this blue bubble up here on the mini-map must be where all the tablets lay. Yeah, it looks like this is the area for the tablets. 4 more. Two more of those. Sometimes too, these guys will drop the item that you need to loot. So if you just rather kill, you could probably really just kill these guys until they drop all the items. But you'd probably end up killing more than you needed to.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Alright, we're gonna start with this guy off this way.
Too far away.
Now we got different types of mobs here. Usually that's a cause for some concern. Yeah, the scryers here are casters. So we're gonna LOS them all together. We got our Void Lord out. Come a little closer, my Void. Okay. We're gonna Unstable Affliction this guy up since he stood back there not taking any dot damage. And then our Agony and Corruption are just killing these guys. Very nice. So that's 4 of 10. The casters are gonna stay far enough away to where we can't actually pull them in close to everybody. Ooh, barely saved it. I always chase that Agony. I'll try to see if I can get that Agony off before it expires. The thing with Agony is it stacks up to 10 stacks, 10 or 15 stacks. I think you could talent it to make it 15, but by default it's 10 stacks. And if you refresh your Agony before it drops, you could keep all those stacks rolling. Like on this guy, you're watching it, it goes up to 2, 3, 4. Every second it ticks a little bit higher. 6, 7, 8. Now before it falls off, I refresh it and it stays at 10. And you could keep on refreshing it for the duration and have it stay at 10. So it's pretty important to keep your Agony up because it ramps up, so it takes so long to ramp up that you're doing less and less damage each time you're refreshing it after it falls off, because you're having to wait for that ramp up again. You could preemptively refresh it, kind of like I just did just now, but you're kind of wasting your time that you could be casting like other more powerful moves
Well deserved.
with that global cooldown that you gotta wait for it to refresh. Alright, so that one's done. We did the things. Let's go see what they have to say about us doing the things. Perhaps you were as powerful as I heard after all. You have our gratitude. Alright. Salhet says, did you find them, Locksoul? Were they salvageable? Excellent! Let's see if we can find anything of importance. Salhet spends some time going over the tablets with the priests around him. It's all right here, Locksoul. Aluhet built a potent weapon into this temple, and the only way to access it is with the correct cipher. It's reportedly hidden in the Kesset Past. We must hope the Neferes looters haven't gotten to it yet. That's where the Raider Lord Havat is operating, and he's the most ruthless of the lot. But without reinforcements, this might be our only hope in defending Nahum. Alrighty. Let's get the Cipher of Kesset. And that's off to the east here. So it looks like we're circling around the halls of origination here. I think we already did the precursors to the lost city of Tolvir. I did some Tolvir quests earlier. It's all about prisoners and different races and being subjugated, I think. Like a prince was stolen, I had to rescue him. I think y'all saw a little bit of that when I first started here. Alright, here's the Raider Lord guy. We're just gonna pop all our cooldowns on him. because he has a name. And then we're gonna drain him. 4, 3, 2, 1 on agony. Refresh.
Well deserved.
Well deserved indeed. Now let's go turn this in. You know what I'm wondering, actually? I wonder. I need to find out. When I was on Daydream... Was it? I think it was actually about when I hit Draenor on Daydream. My BOAs stopped upgrading. I need to double check what the limit is on these BOAs. Alright, so he says it worked. We'll defend the home with the power stored within this temple. Alright. And now he's telling me to the defense of Nahum. What does that mean? Are we getting attacked now? What's happening? Maybe I need to talk to this guy. Uh-oh. We froze. Are we getting DC'd? Oh, we got DC'd. Alright, give me a second, folks. I don't think that was a scheduled reset. Alrighty. I don't know what that was about, but let's get back into it. Don't be shy to help a stranger. You'll both get loot and the quest credit. Oh, snap. New tooltips. That's weird. Where did the quest go? Alright. The defense of Nahum. The enemy's coming in great numbers. Go outside, speak to one of my sergeants when you're ready. Talk to this guy. That other guy got us DC'd. Oh, okay. The enemy approaches. Move. Use the move ability. Alright. We got a squad under our control. So, we got the number 2 here for the archers. Ah, I see. Okay, so we move with number 1. Number 2 calls upon the archers. And number 3 is unleash the fury and radiance of the sun at the select location, healing allies and dealing damage and knocking back enemies. Okay. If we get terrible damage, we're going to come back here and head them off at the past. Come on, guys. Please, everybody. I don't know why we got split up there. Here we go. So number 1s are our tanks. Number 2s are our DPS. Oh, snap. We're going to call down the sun's radiance. Actually, let's wait. Now we're going to call down the sun's radiance. Yeah, man. Get our number 1s over there. Number 2s need to keep firing. Keep firing. Fire. Keep firing. Another one down. Fire. Keep firing. Fire. Keep firing. Sun's radiance. Ragaga. Here's a greater Colossus. Come at me, greater. Fire, keep firing. Another one down. Fire, keep firing. I don't know if y'all are catching the SM reference right now. It's totally Scarlet Monastery is what I'm doing. We'll use the heal / knockback. Fire, keep firing. Another one down. Run, retreat, retreat. We don't want to get pwned by the greater guy. Fire. Nice. Felt like I was playing Warcraft 3 for a second there. Alright, return to Salhet and Nahum. Alright. Let's go back to what's his bro? What's his bro? I've done what you said. We did it, Locksoul. We held Nahum. Our work here is done, Locksoul. Against all odds, we stopped the Nepharists' advance in Nahum. Let us join forces pushing west, lest they all take the glory for themselves. They must be reached they must have reached the outskirts of Nepharists city by now. Okay. And the Sun Prophet Tumet says, Nepharists are not the only threat to our sacred tombs. A gnomish expedition stumbled upon our lands a few weeks ago. They did not heed our warnings and dug too deep with the cursed vault. Their entire expedition is now afflicted by a terrible curse. It has robbed them of their sanity and taken control of their minds. They now seek access to the deepest vaults of Uldum and pose a great threat. Go to the Sunstone Terrace and put their wretched souls out of their misery. And we'll get a cool chest from that. Well, okay. So, even as Alliance, we get to go punch some gnomes. Nice. Can't wait to go punch some gnomes. You're gonna have to excuse my throat. Pete Vega says, hi, Elude and Pink. What's up, Pete Vega? Welcome to the stream, man. Good morning. I got this accursed Wrathsteed mount. Pretty sweet. It looks like a Voidwalker. I really dig it. It was just a rare spawn. It was sitting out in the Broken Shore, and I finally decided to log in at the right time, I guess. Alright, let's grab all the little gnomes. They still make them look like leper gnomes. I guess so we feel less like we're killing our own. I secretly just imagine that these are regular gnomes. Hame, Cedar Corruption! Alright, we need to start refreshing Agony before it falls on everything. I think we dropped a few Agonies. That's okay. I love it. I love the sound of gnomes dying in the morning. That's the horde in me, though. Or we'll call it the void part of my void elf. It's actually a blood elf, by the way. That's the void part of my blood elf here. I'm secretly... I don't know if you guys noticed, but Locksoul here is the same name as another character I have. That other character is a horde character, by the way. Alright, this terminal whizzes and becomes active as we use the Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball tracker on it. Okay, so a bunch of things, and what do we got to do? Deploy a holographic protector, curse engineers, core access code, seconds. Oh man, what are we supposed to do? I should have read that stuff. It looks like it's over here. The core access codes will go to first, since it's just a one thing. Mech control scrambler. Scramble Twizzleflux the Insane's mech controls for 10 seconds. Ah, okay, I see. So there's a biggin. We gotta use the thing on the biggin. Let's get all the little guys first. Alright, now we're gonna... let's dot this guy up. And then we're gonna scramble his controls. And continue to deeps him down. So we could use that every 8 seconds, and it stuns him for like 5 seconds. So there's like a 3-second gap where we gotta get nailed by his machine. Oh yeah, we got this. He doesn't even hurt. Twizzleflux the Insane. Goodbye.
Well deserved.
Alright. Now, there's another piece over here. The first bomb cluster disarm. So, There's 3 bomb clusters and 4 unstable bomb bots. And this thing deploys a holographic projector to distract nearby cursed engineers. Okay, so if we drop here, we put the holographic projector, that'll allow us to... It's a drawn-eyed chick dancing. Nice. It's literally that flame toy that you get. Here's a bomb cluster. We're gonna distract these. Oh! It's an undead dude playing the Arcanite Ripper on top of a T-Rex, which is on top of a shark with lasers. Nice. That's so cool. Hurry, get out of here. I got distracted by that one. Damn. Holographic project. It's just a mount. It's just a gnome mount. What is it? The Turbo Strider? It's the TXR 5000! They're all distracted. Void Elf Warlock jumps in front of him, but he has a dancing drawn-eyed chick. An Arcanite Ripper mounted a T-Rex, mounted a laser beam shark. There's another dancing chick. This shows you guys this is what gnomes are interested in. They want to see drawn-eyed female dancing. T-Rexes on top of frickin' raptors on top of frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams. Alright, we need the first bomb cluster destroy. And then they also like the MX 5000.
Well deserved.
That was fun. Oh, it's the TXR 5000. 200 horsepower. Dual combustion engine with modifier flux capacitor. Zoing. That's awesome. That was a fun quest. Pink Rose says, hey, Pete. And then Pete said, hey, Pink Rose. Remnants of the TSV still stand, guys. We're still there. Well done, Locksoul. The expedition... Okay, there's no longer a need to endanger the rest of the world. Did you succeed? 68%. Excellent job. Now crews arrive by sea. Oh, okay. Wibson mainframe hacked. So this is the crew that arrived by sea. Some sort of a giant amphibious vehicle, it seems. Fusion core. Greetings, user. Let's get the maintenance tools. Here's the mainframe. Oh yeah, we're hacking now. I am one with the interwebs. Alright, here we go. Fusion core. I am in control, user Locksoul, but I cannot keep the core temperature stable indefinitely. That's level 90. Wrapped it up with some fun quests here in Kata. I kind of want to see where this goes. Oh, okay. This is where it goes. A blue helm, the Katamari crown, and I think this is a matter of us mowing down some gnomes. Let's go gnome punting. We're bowling for gnomes, folks. Whee! Yeah, buddy. I love the sound of gnomes dying in the morning. Run back from the graveyard, bitches. Just start the walk of shame now. We're gnome bowling. Praise gnomes obliterated. We'll call this a strike. What is it in bowling terms? It's a turkey. We got a turkey. You get all the strikes back to back. Rakaga! Man, we gotta kill 1,000 of these. We're barely at 200. Whee! Oh, jeez. This is a bit excessive. Rakaga! Wow. We're 300 in. Okay. Let's go get some more over here. What fun. Get some... Where are they at? Where are they all at? I want to find a big group of them. Okay, they're respawning, it looks like. Ah! Do the big ones count as extra?
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Okay, did we get it? Hey, one of the guildies said grats. Let's go. Thank you. Wow. Their little bodies flying everywhere. Come on, respawn, damn it. That one that fell out of the thing is like, oh. They're attached to the ball too. That's what's crazy. We're almost there. Just a few more. This is one way to get rid of gnomes. Maybe there's some more up here. There's a bunch of them. This is what you get for becoming leper gnomes. $200 to go. Wait, we have a number one. What is number one? Increases the fusion core speed? Yes! This whole time, I did 800 without knowing I could go faster. Increase the fusion core speed! Yes! Alright, we got like 100 to go. Come on! Increase the speed! We just bounced off this. Yes! Man, I should have started with that. We'll probably already be done. There we go.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. I think I'm just gonna chill here for a minute longer. Get some extra credit. Ah. Ah. That'd be awesome if this gave XP. Alright, we'll exit. That was nice. I felt like we should have been Destro for that quest. They call that quest Gnome-bliteration. Picros says, I gotta go. See you, Pete and Elude. See you later. If not, see you Friday. Alright, Picros, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by today. Alright, let's mount up. Gnome-bliteration. Keeping the fusion core stable is taxing. Okay. It gave me an option. It says, we need to give this another try. Look at this. We need to give this another try. Alright, it's done. Thank you for your assistance. Unfortunate tasks. That wasn't an unfortunate task. But we got the Katamari Clown, or Katamari Crown rather, which is just a pretty cool looking hood. And we gotta turn in over here. The Curse of the Tombs, push westward. I think we're good. I think we're good on all this. I think we should actually head back to Stormwind. Let me turn in this one because it's actually the end of a quest chain, I think. And then I'll probably hark back to Stormwind and get cracking on Draenor. Now that we're level 90, we need to make sure that our weapons and our gear go up to 100. See, our helm here, it stops, actually it goes to 100. Neck goes to 100, so does the shoulders, so does the cloak. The chest does as well. The leggings do as well. And I know the trinkets do, so... Okay, so our BOAs are still valid until Legion. Then we get a chest piece. Robes of the Kintast. And that's achievement progress, no obliteration, complete. Alright, we're gonna hearth here. Actually, if we're close to Romkin, we could just port. Yeah, we're not far from Romkin, we should just port. Got that badass looking accursed wrath steed. Looking like a beast. Now, at level 90, I think we unlock even more transmog appearances too. But honestly, I don't think I have anything cooler than what I'm wearing right now for cloth. So I'm probably just gonna chill with what I got on the Moggin. Probably all the way up. Now, the Uldum portal, I forget where that is. I think it's over here somewhere. We can repair. We can vendor these now that we have the appearance. Get rid of this other consumable stuff. This where the portal is? I forget where it is. Please take a flyer. Adventurers wanted. Nothing there. Okay, so I think we'll just hearth because I forget where the portal is. Thought it was over here. Guess not. Alright, I'm gonna hearth, and while I'm hearthing, I'm gonna go bio. I'll be right back. Oh, already we got the dark portal. Just kind of popped up. It says, speak to Khadgar. I forgot our hearth was set to Dalaran. Now, is that Stormwind? No, that's King's Command. Shimmering Expanse. We can get rid of this quest. Assault on the Dark Portal. Yeah, that's actually going out to the BC Dark Portal. I mean, the Draenor Dark Portal. Now, what is the best way? Is there a central Dalaran teleportal thing? I know I could get there from Stormwind. I just wonder if maybe there's something here I could take. I know under here there's different ports. Wormrest, Chatrath, Caverns of Time, Karazhan, Dalaran Crater. Yeah, let's go back up. So we're going to do the initial opening quest chain for Warlords of Draenor. We're going to unlock our garrison, and we're going to start questing and dungeon queuing in WoD. Hopefully, I think we're actually going to take a different path this time. Last time we were in Shadowmoon Valley. We did most of those quests because they were all quests that we hadn't seen before. I was in Alliance most of the Warlords of Draenor expansion. Actually, I was pretty much Horde on just, I think, a couple tunes that I leveled through WoD. We'll hit the Stormwind portal from the Mage Tower, I guess, or the Enclave of the Maginess area. I don't even know what it's called. Oh, here we are. Let's go straight there. The one and only PZ says, oh, you look very purpley. Yeah, man. I'm super purpley. And I got the Accursed Wrathsteed too. Ooh, that thing looks bad. I also have the Void Walker that matches it. And then whenever I void shift, whenever I become a voidy, I even match it, so it's pretty cool. We're through the portal right now, so we need to, let's go back and meet Khadgar on the other side here. And then Khadgar, I think Khadgar will introduce us to Wad. The Wad. Here we go. We discovered the dark portal. Oh, there's something happening out here. Khadgar, Thrall, Vindicator, Morond, Cordana, Lady Liadrin. So we got the Paladins being represented.
Observe and reflect.
The Archmage focuses intensely on the portal. Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't notice all this Iron March stuff going on. Look, their numbers are abating, however briefly. This may be our chance. For Azeroth! For my cousin's alt mage. Here we go, Skinematic, guys. Uh-oh.
This is our chance.
This is our chance. Look at that arcane blast. So good. Look at the video. Oh! Man, I love Paladins. Rah! He dropped a Doom Hammer on him. Oh no. What level are you? We just hit 90, the one and only. So we're just entering a new expansion from Kata. I did Northrend on my other tune, Daydream. So whenever I leveled the Void Elf here, I decided to go through Cataclysm. Now I'm in Warlords of Draenor. I got to do the same initial quests, but I plan on taking a different path and leveling in a different zone on this guy. I pretty much stayed in Shadowmoon Valley on Daydream.
Storms, hear my plea.
Alright, Khadgar says, looks to me like we ended up in the right place. Yeah, looks like it. Countless times you battled against the impossible odds and unspeakable evil and returned the victor. Now once more you have answered the call of duty.
I will not be able to defend the front for much longer. My power here is greatly diminished. The champion must succeed, or Azeroth will fall.
Alrighty, Thrall. You're Azeroth's last hope, Locksoul. Okay. Let's go.
We're all counting on you, hero.
The Iron Horde Missive. I think we get that just from killing people. Let's start laying it down. Just dot them all. Dot everything. More dots. I bet you the first one drops it. Yep, there it is. Alright. All the things. We've already seen most of this initial stuff, so I'm probably just going to skip through a lot of it and just get all this initial stuff up to the garrison just done. If anyone's curious to see how these kind of go, I recommend checking out Daydream.
Outsider! Destroy that.
The one and only says, yo, just imagine seeing the army when you walk through the portal. Effing Thrall and the Pally guy don't even flinch. They're like, alright, let's get it. Exactly, man. Them guys are badasses.
The portal grows weaker.
It's not like we haven't seen it before.
Our work is
I
nearly
mean,
done.
DC was essentially the Dark Portal.
Don't worry, we got your back.
This guy gives me repairs. Don't mind if I do. Alright. We're gonna eat a cookie. We're just sprinting through this part because most of it's just like cinematic RP.
Invaders, those iron cowards were using us as
Harungor.
conduits to power their portal. They will regret that.
Dude's got some bass in his voice.
Shadow Council thanks you.
Alright, up and around. Look at the Dark Portal too.
Intruders are freeing our prisoners.
Used to be green. Now it's all like purple and Rockstar.
Knowledge.
Alright, portal's weakened, but it remains open. So we're trying to get rid of the portal right now. We don't want them to have a route back to Azeroth. And this is the beginning of an expansion here, so it's like extra cinematic. It's like, welcome to Warlords of Draenor. This is Gul'dan. You'll be chasing him until Legion.
Sever my bonds, and the portal falls.
Okay. This sure doesn't sound like a deal with the devil.
Bonds weaken.
Yeah, they do.
Freedom will be mine. Gromash will pay.
Let's drain this thing's soul.
Arrogance.
Where is our drain soul? Oh, there it is. I was looking for drain life. I have that on number 5 on the Destro spec. Give us some healing from that thing. Okay, Gul'dan. But yeah, here's my level. We're gonna skip that. I'm level 90, a level 90 Affliction Warlock. I don't think we never got flying. Yeah, we never got flying in Warlords of Draenor, so I'm pretty much grounded for the next 10 levels, unfortunately.
We will find a way.
I went back and revisited and I was like, maybe I do want to get flying for this expansion. And I saw what was required, and I quickly just noped.
We will
I was like, nope,
let their
not doing
great
that.
sacrifice be in vain.
Alright, we're gonna follow Khadgar this way. But at least Warlords of Draenor was designed with ground mounts in mind, so it's not so bad. It would be very much a lot quicker if I could fly everywhere. But hey guys. I love how they're all just like strewn about, dead and sad.
There is much we can learn here. Come back.
Okay,
We cannot
Khadgar.
stay here long. Soon, the entirety of the Iron Horde will be upon us.
What's cool is
Our
with
champion will stay
Dougie
back and
here,
disrupt the enemy camp.
I can
The rest
auto
of us will
accept, auto
seek
turn
safe
in.
passage through the jungle.
Fight well, friend.
Will do. So we gotta
This
go
is some kind of nightmare.
do some colonialism. This lady's pretty sad. We're gonna open this cage. We're gonna do the click objectives first. Open that
They
one.
were bleeding
That
us
item
dry.
is
Shoot
still
fire.
I don't think we had much longer.
This is what you do, guys. Show up to a new world, immediately start burning any kind of residence that you see, and just doing the opposite of what the natives want you to do. That's how you get it. America. That's how you get it done.
Help! Anybody!
I got you, lady. I don't even know who you are, but you obviously need to be freed.
Whoever you are, thank
The
you.
one and only says, "Oh no, the Warlords of Flying Grind was real, much worse than Legion." Yeah, I did the Legion one, but I didn't do the WoD one. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna. I figured it would be like easier now, since most people have already like been
Well
through Warlords of
deserved.
Draenor and stuff. But it's still the same requirements, so. We need 3 more huts burned, and then we got to slay some orcs as well. So maybe we'll get both of those at the same time somewhere. Here's some huts. Maybe there's some orcs over here too. There's a couple of huts as well. Yeah, this is the only guy here. Might as well dot him up so we can remount. Your soul is mine. Alright, moving on. Shang Tsung confirmed? Yes, Shang Tsung. I'm sure that name's already taken for a warlock. Ragaga into some Ragaga and some Ragaga. Don't let agony fall. Keep agony up at all costs. Alright, and then while those are cooking, we'll burn these. I love how they come out on fire screaming. Jeez.
Well deserved.
Alright, moving on. Khadgar, I've done as you asked. There are actually a lot of cool mogs from Warlords of Draenor I want to get. I never played WoD a whole lot, so there's a whole lot of mog opportunity there that I've missed. I'm not as much of a mog fashionista, but I do appreciate a good looking mog. Come on, Khadgar. There we go.
Knowledge is power.
He's gonna do the auto stuff, I think.
For
Bing, bing,
Azeroth.
bing. Got that.
What news
That.
from the front?
Observe
Give me this.
and reflect.
And Ariok. Khadgar asked us to distract everybody with the Aya Kilrog.
You and I against an entire clan. Sounds like my kind of fight.
Indeed.
The bleeding hollow orcs use savage
So,
blood magic to
the initial
transform
WoD
their
stuff
warriors into hulking berserkers.
doesn't seem to make as
With
much
any
sense
luck,
for the
you will
allies as
escape
it does for
before
the
they can
Horde.
complete their transformation ritual.
Like, working this closely with the orcs kind of it makes a Void Elf's
Coming for
hair
you,
stand on the back of his neck.
intruders.
Yes, yes, you see me. I get it.
It looks like Khadgar and the rest are on the move. Our work is nearly done, champion.
Where is my Void? Get her off of me. There we go. Be the last one here.
I can see
We're gonna drain some soul and get some hit points back. They're not hard, but they can't be ignored. Alright.
I can see you. Look!
Alright, we're gonna skip that skinematic. Moving right along here.
Well deserved.
Well
We
deserved
will
indeed.
find a way
Okay.
through this. First, we deal with the bridge.
Follow Khadgar.
Now, let's get moving.
The way he runs. Now, let's get moving.
Well deserved. Stay alive, friend.
I don't know if y'all seen that there. Look. This thing right here. I gotta turn that way down because that's loud. But check it out. This is what he looked like just now. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Get it, Sylvanas. Get it, girl. Yeah. Da-na-na-na-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And do it. And then it's got like Gul'dan. I think here it is. There's Khadgar up there. That's what he was. That's what he looked like to me just now. Running across the bridge. All right, we got to free this person.
Down. What is happening, Exarch?
We have a visitor. Perhaps a savior.
Yeah, yes,
We
I got
are
you.
freed.
Come on.
Follow me, shaman. We will escape through the hills.
Because Draenor and orcs work together. Ah, get off of this stuff. Doesn't make sense. This is why I didn't play this expansion. Like, why are you guys working together? I mean, it's still so cool to see you all, but
I can hear
you can't let the lines cross.
There is much we cannot hide here forever.
If
Follow me
Ghostbusters
and
taught
stay
us anything,
close.
the streams can't touch each other, guys.
A combat
Look at the
arena.
Horde mixed with the Alliance.
This may be a trap,
Ugh.
At least we'll die with honor.
This is why we need Battle for Azeroth.
This
We need to
labor and torture
clearly draw a line in the sand and say, look, Alliance are on this side, Horde are on this side. Yeah, we got allied races and we mixed up a little bit with the Blood Elves and the Void Elves.
You have entered my
The one and
arena,
only is now part of the Stalwart
stranger.
Vanguard. Welcome
You
to Stalwart
will
Vanguard,
leave
the one and only.
as
He said, laugh out loud, you are a
victors
delightful
or as
streamer.
corpses.
Thanks, man.
Now, kill
But,
your
I mean,
hundreds
is that wrong?
or
Do you think that's
die
wrong?
trying.
For the Horde and the Alliance to be clearly separate? We definitely don't need them working together. Like, the whole World of Warcraft premise is Warcraft, like the world at war craft, right? I mean, we need to just dot all this stuff. I need 100 bodies. That means 100 targets with agony. Let's pick the ones with low health first. That's probably the best bet. And then we'll try to keep agony from falling on as many as we can. Oh, these guys are almost dead. Let's get these guys. Yeah, and you two. We'll let the NPCs do most of the work. I'm a turret of agony. Get them. Get them all. If we see some about to fall off, we need to refresh them. The music's pretty intense. The one and only says, they combine forces for the greater good of Azeroth, bruh. Yeah, but that's why we got BFA, man. We need to draw the line in the sand. We need conflict. Can't have all this hairy fairy, let's work together and unite the universe. Cause then there's no drama, bruh. We need drama. I'm just dotting. This is the dot trot here. Dotting and trotting. Let's put a singularity on one with a lot of hit points. That'll do some damage. That's a lot of damage. Come on, Thrall. Did half a job, but you got a full smile, Thrall. Refresh that. Oh, this is about to fall. Refresh it. We're at 80 now. I think if we spread Seed of Corruption here and there, that'll probably help a lot too. Here's a Seed of Corruption. There we go. Yeah, get some corruption on you. That corruption all up in you. I am pleased.
I am pleased. I could watch you rats fight for hours.
Yeah, the one and only. To get back to your point,
but we
it's
don't
like
have that
ever
kind of
since
time.
BC, we've been combining forces, it seems.
Everyone,
Like after
with
vanilla,
me.
there's always been a common enemy to unite
I only
against.
counted 99
But
kills,
I liked it
wizard.
better whenever
Then
we
I
were
guess
like
we owe you.
fighting our own mission on either side and
After
still had to
them.
worry about each
Don't
other.
let them get away.
Like there's so much more room
Quickly,
for a
into the
story
cave
to develop
before
in
they
that.
thaw.
Like if you have the Horde versus the Alliance, but then also versus the demons of the Burning Crusade, you know what I mean?
Well deserved.
And then Deathwing came out with the Cataclysm, and he was another cause that we needed to unite against. And then the Burning Legion came, and then, like, you know what I mean? Like, how often are we going to have to combine our powers?
Take Kiana with you and scout the cave.
This ain't Captain Planet.
Let us speak.
It's World of Warcraft. By your powers combined. The one that only says, well, the drama is within Legion. Now the Legion has been temporarily, quote-unquote, defeated. We can go back to battle overing Azeroth. Quite frankly, I'm a fan of peace. Give me my fishing raft and some good fishing poles and let's have a party. Yeah, man, that's a good sentiment. I like that. I agree. I mean, I hear you, but I guess from my perspective, I don't quite agree, but I see what you're saying. I'm a fan of peace just as much as the next guy, but I feel like a good story has some kind of a balance that's needed to maintain, like one side and the other side, us versus them. Like, I don't know. I'm just talking. I haven't really thought of all the consequences. And maybe that means we never have like a neutral city along my line of thought where we can peacefully coexist. But ever since Shatrath, we've had a neutral city that we can all join and meet up at, and we can stand and tolerate each other's presence. But is it Warcraft? Like, was it the idea founded on like finite resources and a land that we actually battle each other in order to gain control of? I guess it's kind of cool though, like having, you know, your enemies in close proximity. Like there's more of those, I guess, cinematics, like when the Burning Legion first started, the Legion invasion cinematic and scenario that you had to do, where you're both fighting the giant demon, and it's I think Turellian. I think the scene where he dies, it's like there's a back and forth. You're fighting this big demon, and it's like the Horde's on one side, and they get a turn, and then the Alliance is on another side, and they get a turn. And they're giving like nods to each other. Sylvanas is like, okay, you get another chance, Turellian, have at it. Or was it King Varian? I don't even remember. The one and only says they didn't unite and Mists of Pandaria, your favorite X-Pack. Yeah, that's actually where this mog's from, Mists of Pandaria. I was really a fan of Mists of Pandaria as well. That's where some of my alcoholism really ramped up, was in Mists of Pandaria. I just enjoy playing the different classes. But yeah, Mists of Pandaria allowed for that, with the Shaw of Anger and the Shaw of Fear, like all those different aspects of ways that the, I guess, main characters felt were like amplified. Like the Shaw of Fear would like amplify the fear in the Horde and the Alliance, and that would just cause them to fight even more. The Shaw of Anger would do something similar. And then Doubt as well, like all those different aspects of I guess human consciousness were driving everybody mad. And it gave a good opportunity for like Garrosh Hellscream to become the badass that he became right before we had to put him down. I really loved seeing Thrall again. Thrall doing something. But then like Vol'jin became the leader somehow as a result of that. Because Thrall's on his spiritual hiatus. Alright, I think we gotta go down. I'm not as much into the lore though, like I catch what I can whenever I see it, but I'm mostly a guy that kind of speeds through the quests after he's seen them the first time. I'm very interested in lore conversations though, if anybody knows about those things. Like my cousin, he's a lot more into lore than I am, and I always learn all kinds of stuff about what's going on in the world of WoWcraft from him. The one and only said, oh yeah, and the Alliance thinks the Horde bails. When that first launched, I did the Horde side first and was so confused why the Alliance players were mad. It was Turellian. Oh, right, Turellian. Yeah, and then whenever you saw the Alliance side, you saw that they just had to go fight on, like, or when you saw the Horde side, you saw that they had to go fight on another front. And it was because of that they had to, like, withdraw their forces. But it very much did look like abandonment. And I could see why that pissed them off. What's funny is people hated Mists when it was live, but now looking back, most people agree it was amazing. I think people that were in the know back then, that were playing at the highest level, saw what the devs were doing as well. And I think as a result, it was, we were a little bit more forgiving, because like we saw that in Mists of Pandaria, all the stuff that you see in the game now was introduced in Mists of Pandaria, like the idea of garrisons and your class order hall. Like that was your farm in Mists of Pandaria when you went to, what was it, the Valley of the Four Winds or something like that. You had your little Farmville simulator. That was the early phases of the class order hall. Or in Warlords of Draenor here, your garrisons.
We will return with help.
And then all the instance queuing and phasing with LFR, like that stuff was introduced back then as well. So all the really good things about the game right now were all first implemented in Mists of Pandaria. And I guess that was kind of the pushback too, is like, oh, they're just trying to cater to everybody and they're not focusing on like the real players. That's what it kind of felt like in Mist. But at the same time, like, I always thought of it like they're just testing, like that was a testing expansion. They took every idea that they had about things that they could put in World of Warcraft and they tested them during Mists of Pandaria. And they saw what worked and they saw what didn't work, and the next few expansions after that were just those systems that were improved, where they trimmed the fat on the things that people didn't like or didn't do. But there was also like this kiddie aspect of Mists of Pandaria, like a child's play almost, where it's like, oh, we're getting pandas now. But they did it like really well. They made the pandas badass. And I think pet battles got really big in Mists of Pandaria. And that was another thing that kind of catered towards a younger audience, where it seemed like they were just pandering for money during that expansion. Like, it felt like a money grab to some people. But it was actually like trying to expand the platform to, I think, incorporate even more of a player base. I don't know. But I'm speaking all anecdotal, like my own experience.
Worthless. Well deserved.
I remember specifically Mists of Pandaria, like my son growing up and getting on the computer while I was AFK. He was still like 3 years old or something at the time, and he would often run my character off into the Great Sea in auto run, and I would die of fatigue. And I'd be so far out that when I'd resurrect, I'd try to run to go recover my body, that I would fatigue out as a ghost and not be able to retrieve my body. I'd have to take res sickness. So it was like my son was forcing me to take a break to play with him or something. It was like, okay, alright. But I imagine the same for like a lot of the other player base, like people that started playing WoW in like college or high school, like when it first came out, were more grown up by the time Mists of Pandaria came out. And it was also trying to keep those players like retentioned into playing, I guess, while also addressing this newer community of younger players that were starting to join the game. But yeah, man, I think I've liked every expansion for different reasons. Pete Vega says, see you later, folks. Alright, Pete Vega, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I think for me, my favorite expansion was Wrath of the Lich King. Very much so Wrath of the Lich King. I was a fan of Burning Crusade. I had a lot of fun in Burning Crusade, but lore-wise, like I never paid attention to lore until Wrath of the Lich King. That's where I think WoW taught me that it was capable of telling a story, and I thought that was awesome. The one and only said, later, man. I gotta get 30 Blackrock weapons. It looks like these guys drop them, but then also the weapons racks everywhere as well. Our level scaling is real. How have you felt about the level scaling, the one and only? I'm curious what other people's opinions are about it, because I think it's awesome. Like, I really think it's great. You could step into these dungeons and it's like you're running them as if they were current content. Like, and I love that. Like, you can't just neglect mechanics, and you can actually get a few rotations off before something dies. Because what type of gameplay I'm very much not a fan of is if you look at the current state of Legion heroics. Of course, I guess the argument to that is, well, why don't you just run mythics if you're looking for tankier mobs and more of a challenge? But Legion heroics currently are incentivizing even the most geared people to run them. And when you get somebody that's at mythic plus, you know, 15 and up level progression, or somebody that's in mythic rating level of progression inside of one of your 5-man parties for a random Legion heroic, it's not fun for anybody. Like, nobody involved is having fun in one of those runs. You very often see a DPS that's cute as a tank, and then like it's just, as a DPS or a healer, like when you're running those, what do you do during that run whenever somebody's essentially just carrying everybody with 70% of the group's damage done themselves? And I think that's putting a lot of people off that are even returning to the game, where they remember running heroics for, you know, their world quest or whatever. The one and only says, I think the general high-end raiders and PvPers think everything should be about them, and they're typically the loudest. Yeah, they're the ones that are investing the most time a lot of the times too. The one and only says, I'm such a casual though, I can't even choose a freaking main, it's so bad. I rarely get a tune geared. Like right now I have a hunter at 928, and that's a miracle. Yeah, I guess the curve as well, like the curve's gonna continue to push those lower geared people up even higher. But I don't know if I would call myself a casual, but I definitely, what you say about not being able to pick a main definitely resonates with me, because I've leveled one of every 110 on the Horde side up already.
What's going on
throughout most expansions and this expansion.
Come,
and my Void Elf and my Lightforged Draenor are the early onset of my Alliance tunes getting all leveled up to 110 as well. I want to have one of each. Like, I want one of each class on the Horde side and one of each class on the Alliance side if I can manage it.
I have a plan.
That might be a little too ambitious, because I often in Legion specifically, I would sit there and I'd be at the login screen, the character select screen, and I wouldn't be able to choose who I wanted to play with that day. I'd be like, what could I do? Like, my Warlock needs to do these things, he needs to run these things, but my Mage is already done with that. I could get into some of this stuff with my Mage. And I often found myself just kind of like torn, not really knowing what to do. But at this point, as the expansion has progressed, what I started thinking of it as is more like, which car in my garage do I want to drive today? Like, that's more of how I'm seeing it. Is like, I love all these classes. Every class, in my opinion, has something cool and unique and fun that they offer to a group and the group's composition. And that to me is like just like that. It's just like being able to drive a different car each day. Like, I want to see what the Paladin feels like right now. And they each have their own specs, which wildly vary from one to another, like what kind of utility you're providing to the group and what role you're playing. And that, to me, that's exciting. Like, I think that's fun. I like seeing in a party, like, oh, this Warlock, he's really bad. He doesn't know what he's doing. I wonder why that is. So I'll go, like, check out for myself to see why the Warlock seems so hard. It's often after I've seen it, like, consistently. Like, usually when I'm doing a DPS like I am right now, as I'm leveling a DPS, I tend to get really kind of like, I start to itch for a tank. Like, I'm like, oh man, these tanks are bad. Like, this guy doesn't know pulls, he doesn't know how to interrupt, he's not actively mitigating the way he should. So then it makes me want to play my tank. Or like, I'll see some healers and like sometimes the reverse is true, where it's like, wow, this healer's really good. It really makes me want to play my healer. And then I'll go hop on my healer and see why that healer was so good, because his rotation. The one and only PC says, are you just getting them to 110 and then starting a new one? No, I play them. I get them to 110 and then I'll do like, usually as far as LFR, and I'll do some M pluses on them. But usually if there's something new in the game that I care about, I usually go for that. And most recently, I guess until Battle for Azeroth comes out, I look at it as I could be leveling these allied races and seeing what they're about. Like currently, I've done the Lightforged Draenor. Like that was the first one that I cared about, because that's a paladin on the alliance side. Because I would call my main my paladin. Since Burning Crusade, I've been a paladin. So I've always been Horde and Pally. And when the Lightforged Draenor came out, I saw that as an opportunity to level a main on the alliance side, or my main class, I would say, on the alliance side through the Lightforged Draenor. So now I have a Lightforged Draenor paladin, and then I have a Blood Elf paladin, both Horde and alliance. So it's almost like now I could drive any car I want to drive in this other country. So it's like having two garages full of cars on the alliance and the Horde side. Now, like any friends that I have that play that are Horde or alliance, like I can easily switch and accommodate. But I'm more of a group player. Like I like to be in a party. I like to do content that requires like guildies and like a friends list, like that type of stuff.
Deserved.
But as of lately, like I haven't really had a whole lot of IRL friends that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, or even playing WoW anymore. So I just kind of like been leveling alts in preparation for maybe a good guild that I join one day. But as it stands right now, until Battle for Azeroth comes out, I'm in preparation mode. I want to be able to quickly switch between Horde and Alliance whenever that happens. And I also want like the heirloom gear with the Lightforged Draenor's heirloom gear. I've already gotten that. And the Void Elves heirloom gear, I'm working on that right now. So for me, this past like since 7.3.5, that patch came out and it was all about level scaling, and it was all about the allied races. So that's the content that I've been exploring. But yeah, I'm a fan of raiding. Like I like group content. M pluses are really fun, but you can only really do that so long before you hit this wall of progression, or it's either you need to come up to a certain level, or you need your party members to come up to a certain level to get any further. And usually about where that wall is where I lose interest. I'm like, okay, I can be more productive doing something else. The one and only says, I have roughly 6 to 7 at max right now with plans to get each class to 110 on my alliance server. Haha, we're on the exact same page. I love the little things about each class, but none of them amaze me to the point where I only play that class. Yeah, man, exactly. I definitely hear you there. Isn't this supposed to have like a trail?
Well, there she goes.
Oh, there it is.
Here there.
Wait for it.
Listen to this guy.
Kerplow!
Kerplow!
Oh, weren't that the prettiest thing?
Weren't that the prettiest thing? He's all crazed and bloodthirsty for explosions. Alright, I'm looking for World Breaker schematics. But yeah, every time they change the way classes play, I'm curious sometimes. Like, I would very much love to have just one class be my main, and for me to be like so diehard that I love it and I only want to play it. And I've actively looked for that a few times this expansion. But every time they do something new to the other classes, like, I'm curious. I want to go see if that might be the magic class for me. But I always seem to be having fun no matter what I'm doing. Like, I have just as much fun on my Warlock as I do my Paladin. But then, like, the same could be said for my Enhanced Shaman or, you know, whatever. I'm curious about casters lately, because most of this expansion I've either been a warrior or a paladin, and I wanted to see what the casters have to offer. I did main a mage for a little while. I was actually raiding on a fire mage. I ultimately went arcane because it's just easier to do a whole lot more damage. But yeah, warrior, mage, and paladin have been most of my Legion experience as far as like challenging content. But other than that, I've been leveling these other classes, and like I enjoy how they play. The one and only says, oh, and to answer your question, I 100% love level scaling. I think it's about time, haha. If you're in a man, add me. I haven't done barely any M pluses or raids because there's no one I want to do it with. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna add you right now, actually, before I forget. Yeah, I've been looking for more people to run with. I got like my Battle.net friends list. It's unfortunate because sometimes they just sit there and we never run together. There we go. I sent you a request. Yeah, that would be cool, man, if we can get into some stuff. Like I said, I've been all about allied races lately, and like what's really cool about level scaling with these allied races right now is how easy it is to find lobby groups even. Like, it doesn't matter if you're like within 50 levels of somebody, you can still group up and run all the lobby stuff, and it's still challenging and fun.
Well deserved.
It's weird though, because like I got my cousin, I usually run with him, but it's like every time I'm on something that I could run with him on, he jumps on the opposite of that, and we never really get a chance to meet up. Or maybe it's me, like it could be, I mean, it could be very well true that I'm the one that's hopping on the opposite thing, but for some reason every time it ends up like in a situation where we could group up and do something together, we're doing different things. And that's kind of the downside. If I had any gripe or complaint about Legion, for me that would be it. Is there's so many things you can do, which is a plus, but there's so many things you can do that it's very easy that you're doing something different than everybody else. And in some situations it's a lot harder to all meet on a common like ground. Like raids and M pluses are a good example. Like that's the plateau, like, or the highest content that you can do at the moment. Like that's where the other half of the game is, but it's hard to find anybody else that's concentrating on that at the same time that you are. I think that's just a sign of the player base too. Like a lot of us older folk, we got a life and wife and kids, and we got all this other stuff that we got in IRL that kind of like conflicts with our schedules. And for me, like a lot of my friends, I made the playtime that I play during in the mornings, like usually 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. During that time frame, there's a lot of EU guys I made friends with. And me being NA, the only time I ever get to see the EU guys is whenever we're doing something like Project Ascension, like a private server or something. And I had a lot of friends on those private servers, but I can't maintain streaming those while I'm playing Legion, or I won't do that because I'm worried about my account getting shut down or locked. The one and only says, sweet deal, we'll approve it when I get home. I'm leveling HMT Monk at the moment. HMT Monk. Healing Mist. No. HMT Monk. What is an HMT Monk? A Healing Mist? I want to say Healing Mist Tank Monk? I don't know what that means, man. But I get it. A monk. You're a monk right now? That's good. High Mountain Tauren Tongue. Okay, okay. You're a High Mountain Tauren tank, monk. Not tank, but monk. So you're doing the level scaling on the Horde side. Nice. I have the Nightborn unlocked, but I haven't unlocked the High Mountain Tauren yet. He says, yeah, and the main storyline requires them to be complete, which I hope they get rid of in BFA, because it shouldn't be a requirement to go through that torture process just to finish the story. Oh, really? So you have to do the High Mountain Tauren in order to get through the main storyline in BFA?
What's on your mind?
Well, that sounds like after I get the Void Elf leveled, I might have to focus on the High Mountain Tauren then.
Hop into that turret and keep them away.
I've done the Nightborn, mainly because they're kind of required for the flying in Legion.
Be good. Talk to me.
I didn't know that about the High Mountain Tauren though. I heard about it actually. I remember Mike Preach Wow saying something about that stuff. Like get your reps done, but I didn't really know or pay attention to what he was talking about.
See if I can get this thing going.
But if that's the case, I'm definitely gonna have to devote some time to going and doing that.
Hero, keep these orcs off of us.
Right, High Mountain Tauren. Yeah, sorry it took me a while to get that. It's just whenever you think High Mountain Tauren, you don't think monk.
Oh, nice shot.
Even though Tauren can be monks.
Tank coming over the rise. Look out!
Look at that. That's a bad chick. She just got an axe. She's practically just like in rags and some pants. And she's like taking people down with an axe.
Oh, these controls don't make sense.
That's part of the reason why I leveled a Draenor female. I think the Draenor female are so sexy.
Hold strong, everyone.
Or the Lightforged Draenor even. You haven't unlocked the Lightforged and the Void Elf yet, sad face. Oh no. Yeah, man, they're the hard ones. And all it really is just the Argus stuff. And your multiple tunes you got there, that can actually help lend itself to that. Since I have 12, well, I think 12 or 13 or 14 something level 110s, that really helped me a lot with getting the reputation for Argusian Reach in the Army of Light. Because every once in a while, if you're watching the world quest list out there in Argus, you'll get these rep tokens as a reward for a few of them. They're usually like the Silver Dragon Portrait quests. And those rep tokens will either be for Army of the Light or the Argusian Reach. Those are bind on account though. So you can actually gather those on all your tunes and then mail them all to the main tune that you're grinding the rep on. So for me, I would log across 14 or 12 or 14 different tunes, and I'd run out there and kill that Golden Dragon Portrait guy 12 to 14 times and mail all those tokens to my Paladin Nightmare. He's the one that I was getting all the rep with. And then also like invasion points, the invasion point offensive and the Fuel of a Doomed World, those weekly quests, those yield 1,000 rep per. The one and only says, no, we're off sync here, haha. I meant you have to do Mythic Plus and Raiding to finish the Balance of Power storyline. Oh, my bad, man. The Balance of Power storyline, I see. I haven't done that one yet, I don't think. So that's what's required for BFA. Oh. Is that what you mean? The Balance of Power storyline or quest chains required for Battle for Azeroth? Yeah, I get to going on a tangent, my bad. I'll run off left field. Press the main cannon trigger. I shouldn't have jumped off. Part of the reason why here is I'm doing these quests
like
as
we
well.
arrived just in time.
Hop into that turret.
There we go. We'll skip that and complete this.
Off with you.
The home stretch.
That danged army should be here any minute.
We're almost done. We're on our way to the garrison now.
The docks. Run to the docks.
Run to the docks. Can we run faster? No, we can't. Are we? I think we are. We're running faster with our Burning Rush.
Don't be a fool, Gunnar. Run! We will fight another day.
Gunnar, come at me, Hellscream.
Keep moving.
So with our Burning Rush, we're able to speed up these guys running. Just run straight through here.
Head for the ships at the end of the road.
Go, 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 go.
This way. Go,
We're outrunning them all.
Go!
Look, they had to sprint to catch up.
Outsiders, this is my world.
We're cutting some of the RP a little bit short.
Ignore his threats. We will go to Shadow Moon for reinforcements. This time, the
Done, son.
Draenor will triumph.
The one and only said, did not realize that. The token thing. Oh yeah, man. That's the only way I was able to get it done.
Underway then. We will need to build a stronghold if we hope to end the Iron
I hate
Horde
grinding
threat.
rep. I hate
going
doing
to need help
dailies,
from the
and like that was the quickest way to get around that. They had something with the Dark Moon Fair as well. Like there's a guide on, I think, Wowhead, or maybe they even posted it on WoW Heroes or MMO Champion or something. Maybe it's even the WoW website. I remember them posting a guide that had tips and tricks on how to get rep fast. The one and only said, nah, just like that I do the main storylines as well and finish the storyline that requires too much M+ rating for my liking. BFA is just a rep grind as far as I know. Oh, okay. I just don't, I can't stand dailies. If I end up in a situation where I got to do the same quest every single day, like I'm not, no, thank you.
Something is amiss on this world.
Like invasion points are really good.
This
I love
hero
invasion
and many
points.
others
They're like
from
on a
another
short
world
reset
have come
timer.
to
It is
aid us.
good to see
But,
you, my child.
I even get bored of invasion points. If I'm trying to gear a new tune though, like if I got a fresh 110, I beeline it straight for the invasion points and hope for Legos.
Against all who oppose them. We must prepare our defenses.
We will deal with one problem at a time. First, we must settle your people.
Alrighty. We're establishing our garrison here in Shadow Moon Valley. It was crazy to me to see the way Shadow Moon Valley looked now. Because I still remember BC Shadow Moon Valley. It's like...
Here,
like
this
desolate. It's all
location commands the
sad and
entrance
dead
to our
and depressing.
valley.
This is Khadgar. Kaka! So this is where we will build your garrison. Have you commanded this many troops before? I'm sure you'll do fine.
How goes the land to your banner and claim your destiny?
Don't mind if I do. Oh
I can
yes.
open up a portal to Stormwind only briefly.
I do hope
The one and
my
only
trust
said,
in
I
your
use the
people
Dark Moon
is
Fair to
not
get the High
misplaced.
Mountain Torrent exalted.
I
It's a
assure
10%
you,
rep
my
boost.
prophet,
Nice.
The commander we've chosen represents the very best of the Alliance.
All right, come on through. Steady, steady.
This is it, boys. Let's break some ground and take this world for the Alliance.
All the RP is real.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Alright, we'll turn in this.
Hello, Commander.
Looking for
If you mark
lumber,
those trees,
ravenous
giant
ravens.
killer
We did all
ravens.
these on Daydream,
I have
so
a feeling it's going
I'm
to
not
be
gonna read
a
the
long,
flavor
cold
text.
night.
Alright, so we'll just do the dot trot. We're dotting and trotting. Is that all the ones we can reach? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, Seed of Corruption this thing. Singularity that thing. There we go. We'll try not to let Agony fall off on all of them. This is pretty much the life of Affliction. It's just managing your dots, keeping them rolling, not letting them fall. Ready to work. There's a little shout out to Warcraft. More work, ready to work. So almost in one fell swoop, we almost got all of our Lunarfall Ravens. One fell swoop, pun intended.
Well deserved.
I used to have a rogue named Pwn intended, PWN intended. He was a little gnome rogue. We're gonna do the dot trot just to clear these things so we can mark all these trees. The matriarch? I think we might have to come back to kill the matriarch, so I'll save her. don't let agony fall. Put singularity on that one. Drain this one. And they're respawning. Well, damn. Ready to work. 3 more. Can we get this one without aggron? Yes. And 7. Let's just fear that one.
Ready to work.
Look at that. Pro fear. Now we'll dot this thing up. By the time the damage starts ticking, he's done. Yeah, these things respawn fast. Ragaga.
Well deserved.
Now I think it'll have us kill the matriarch and then that rock golem in the cave there.
Just say the word, Commander.
The word?
An excellent, impressive
bird?
word, Commander. I know I'll sleep
Bird's
a lot
the
better
word?
without
to
those
take a
giant
stand.
killer birds flying around.
Is there another quest? Looks like there's another one here. Oh, maybe after I establish the garrison. The one and only said, laugh my ass off. Frame rates are skipping, brother. Oh man, it happens sometimes. My ISP has not liked the weather lately, I think. But yeah, sorry about that. I wish it were better. I've had all kinds of issues with it the past couple weeks. It'll be going smooth for a while, and then like Nvidia will release a graphics update, and then all of a sudden like my frames are shit for like the next week because of that. And then with the thunderstorms as well, like all this stuff interferes with my upload bitrate. Hopefully it evens out for you though. Sorry about that. I do appreciate the heads up though. Like, I need to know if there's audio or video problems. If it's something I can do anything about, I'll usually try to fix it.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. There was Quake Fist. I think we might get the Lunar Fall Matriarch next, if I remember correctly. It's really cool how this mount glows like this. This is still new to me. But in the shadowy place, like how it's all dark,
with the giant
like emitting its
we
own
shouldn't
light.
have any more trouble clearing out the area.
What do you need?
Its own void light.
Well
We've got a lot.
Time to build the garrison.
Through your selfless actions,
Dude's a
you have
badass.
earned the respect.
Got that tier 4 pally armor.
They have granted
I
you
want to
this
grind that
foothold,
out for my paladin.
confident that you will lead the Alliance to victory. Commander.
Dun 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 dun, Commander of the Alliance. Why, thank you. Cordana. We have everything to... Okay, we've already built the garrison, so we won't do that again.
Out with it!
The Worgen chick, jeez. Her bark is worse than her bite. Pun.
Well met.
Another pun there.
Off you go!
Off you go. She's so mean. Alright, want to make sure we grab all these.
Orders, Commander.
The one and only says, I switched to an Nvidia from an ATI card like 4 to 5 years ago, and I've regretted it ever since. I've usually loved Nvidia. Like, Nvidia's always treated me well. But I think it's just a sign of my laptop's age, really.
Open for business. See you around.
I'm like doing a dual monitor laptop thing.
Come. Be careful, Commander. If these pale orcs are real, who knows?
But it's like a
what
beast
power
doghouse
possess.
laptop. So I used to listen to this podcast, Convert to Raid, CTR. On my commute to work, I would listen to it. It's like an hour long. I'd be driving for an hour, so it worked out perfect. And they always, I guess, Doghouse Systems was a huge supporter of of their podcast.
Whoa.
They were like a sponsor, I guess you could say. So you'd always hear these Doghouse Systems commercials, and I went ahead and copped one. I got the Mobius, but that was a few years ago, so I'm worried though, because there's like, with all the, what is it, the blockchain cryptocurrency booming thing going on, all the PC components and prices have been shooting up lately. So I kind of want to, I've been trying to hold out, waiting to see if any of the prices and things are going to be dropping in the next year or so before I go out and cop a laptop for way more than I need to.
I'll call in a few favors. I feel so relieved.
Or even desktop components. Because I guess all these people with the cryptocurrency are building these mining computers where all they're doing is like they're bit mining.
Welcome.
Which is kind of like this protein folding program I used to run. Like this fold at home where you can do like protein folding to solve like medicinal problems, like develop new medicine from like protein folding programs. You pretty much just dedicate your CPU, your processor, and even your GPU to a certain extent, I guess nowadays, like folding different combinations of proteins together. I guess that developed new medicine for people with all kinds of rare diseases and stuff. But there's a crypto version of that going on right now with these blockchain currencies. So people are buying to mine those, and I guess for however much you're actually encrypting, you get a percentage of the currency that you're making in exchange for dedicating your GPU and your CPU to that stuff. I think that's how it works. I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked too far into it. I just have a vague understanding of what's going on. What I always liked about NVIDIA though is you can easily tell, well, I guess if you were with NVIDIA all along, then you could easily tell like what each next better card was because of like the way they number them. Like, you know that a 750M is worse than an 850M. Whereas the Radeon, I guess they kind of do the same thing, but their shit's like in the thousands. You got an Ateon Radeon 5200 HD or something like that. Just numbering systems though. I mean, I really don't know. I don't think I've had a Radeon card since like 2004, 2006. It's been a long time since I've had a Radeon card. Now, I think I'm getting deep into Shadow Moon Valley. I'm still doing some of the initial stuff for the garrison where I'm at right now. I think at some point it'll lead me to the city. Like there's a major city, kind of like your Dalaran and Shattrath. But I want to try a different zone. I want to make sure that I'm going to like the Spires of Iraq or something. I want to try a different one. My cuz said, "Grats on 90. Thanks, cuz." I want to actually get to, what, Gorgon maybe? I don't know what the Alliance version of that is. Nagrand would be really cool, but it's at 98. I don't think I'll ever get there. At least not before we leave the expansion. There's the Spires of Iraq. Yeah, 92 I guess is the next level we have to hit in order to see a different zone. So we'll grind this out until, what has he got? Illusion of Power Torrent? Collection of this weapon. Oh, nice. Nice. Does it work the way we thought? Yeah, I told him whenever I max this tune out, I'm going to become an enchanter, just so I can farm those things. So my cousin found the power torrent enchant, and I guess he wants to know, oh, this is what he's been farming Blackwing Descent for. He wanted to see if he could get this enchant to change the way his weapon looked if he had the Warglaives of Azzinoth. I guess he inspected somebody in Krass's Landing. They had the Warglaives, and they had some kind of an enchant on them that changed the way the entire weapon looked. So he's been farming the old raids specifically for the Warglaives, and we think it's Power Torrent that's causing it to happen, but it may even be a different spell. No fucking clue who's got it. And the thing about that one too is I thought that you had to be an enchanter to just get any of these weapon looks, but apparently it's just like a random boss drop for the ones that actually say boss drops. So I'm actually gonna go, when I'm an enchanter, get like the Tome of Illusions for each different expansion, but then I'm also gonna probably try to get the boss drop version of the ones that I care about. Like Power Torrent's a good one, but there's some cooler ones in my opinion. If you look at like the Xavius ones, the Nightmare, I really like that one, but it's kind of like current expansion. You can't really tell on this weapon. I need to get a different weapon here. Let's see. Well, I don't know how to make it a different weapon, but like blood draining, here's a good example. Like this is a boss drop from Yogg-Saron, and it puts like this pillar of blood enchant on your stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get an enchanter just for the different variants of like those, and then if there's a boss I could easily farm, I might go farm the boss for that drop for the enchants for all my tunes, because they're bind on account. But I don't know, I've lived this long without it, I might not. Usually stuff that's out of the way, if I can't get it along the way, I don't bother. If it's like out of my way, then I usually don't mess with it. What's cool about this though is like the staff that I'm wearing right now comes with its own enchant. You can actually see like the shadowy stuff coming off of it, and I'll leave a trail as I run. You can see it better when I'm not streaming. I'll have my graphics turned up a little bit more. Alright, so we need salvage from here. I haven't really been paying attention to this quest. I've just been kind of killing that same mob over and over. These crabs look cool. Almost like the ghost crawler crab. Did I make one of them? Yeah, the Voidwalker did. The Voidwalker does like this AoE taunt. Sometimes it grabs critters in the area. Okay, that's why I've gotten some so far. I was wondering how I already had salvage when I didn't remember looting these boxes. I guess there's a low chance that they'll drop off of mobs. Devourer slain. Okay, so I need one more Devourer. Phantom Singularity, that guy. There's really no point in adding a Seed of Corruption if I already dot him with Corruption, come to think of it. Agony, agony. Cuz says, yeah, I think it's the one. Awesome. Hell yeah. That's cool. He's got he's gonna have the Warglaives of Azzinoth, and he's gonna have like, I guess the entire weapons color change. So instead of just being like the lightning electric green color that the Warglaives come as, he'll be able to actually make them shift from green to like, I think purple or something else. So I also think the Warglaives make it cooler because of the unique color gradient on the weapon, but I don't know. Okay. That time I actually made it to where I Seed of Corruption the target. So it just spreaded corruption to everything for me. Get out of here with all your stuff, guys. They're just spawning on top of me. There's a rare out there. I don't know if I want to get him.
Well deserved.
On Daydream, I actually went out of my way for them rares because there's a chance they'll drop really good gear. So I was going out of my way for it for the upgrades. The one and only says, how are you moving so fast? I have the Burning Rush. It's a talent from the Warlock's tree. I got underwater breathing. Oh, I got a Grimoire of Supremacy and stuff I could use. I think I'm gonna go with Grimoire of Supremacy and just run with the Hellfire Infernal. Hell, I might go with two with the service one though, huh? I don't know. But here's Burning Rush. Increases your movement speed by 50%, but also damages you for 4% of your maximum health every second. So I'll toggle that on and off. It's my equal sign button. I think Supremacy, yeah? And then when we're in a dungeon, sacrifice. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna pull out the Infernal. He'll grab all the things. Now we got a permanent Infernal pet. I forgot to spend my level 90 talent. I'm glad you asked that because I did not know. I did not remember that. I wonder if I got all his moves activated. Meteor Strike. Yeah, I think he's good. Torch. I like his name, Blaze Flame. That's a pretty legit name. It's like random whenever you get these pets, whether or not they're gonna have like legit names or not. You could actually change the name of your Warlock pet if you want. If you get the glyph. There's usually these glyphs that'll modify your pets. Like you could turn your Voidwalker into a Void Lord, and if you have a name you don't like on your Voidwalker, you can make him become a Void Lord, and he'll re-roll his name to something else. Thought that was pretty interesting. So the Bahamai, this thing, we just killed it. I guess it was a rare? It didn't drop anything. It had a skull on it, so I figured it was a rare. Let's loot the sunken treasure. Garrison resources. Alright, we got a couple quests to turn in here at the garrison. We'll mount up and roll out. That's a big dude. I wonder if we should pull out the Doomguard though. Doomguard does strong damage to a single target. Hellfire does strong AoE damage. But I think the Hellfire Infernal actually has like Burning Presence. It's a taunt. Yeah, he actually has tank moves. Whereas the Doomguard has more like don't look at me type moves, like single target DPS, but doesn't intimidate or taunt the target. The one and only says the lock pets seem to take so much more damage than the hunter pets. It could just be me. My guy does, yeah. I think if I were demonology, if I were actually the pet spec, that probably wouldn't be the case. Like I could probably heal my pets a lot more efficiently. But also something that helps my pets whenever when I'm attacking something is I don't actually heal them, but I can shield them whenever I'm draining soul or just attacking. Actually, I'll get this move, you can hear it go off. It sounds like a shadowy warble sound. It's called Soul Leech. All the single target damage done by me and my minions grant me and my pet shadowy shields that absorb 10% of the damage dealt for 15 seconds, up to a maximum of 15%. Like, I can constantly reapply that, and while he does take damage, I can consistently keep a shield on him that'll keep him from dying. I gotta sneeze. Whew. I was fishing for my mute button there for a second. I almost sneezed all in y'all's ears. Excuse me. Yeah, but that Soul Leech keeps them alive pretty well. And it's easy enough to sacrifice 24% of my health to heal my pet for twice as much as that. My health funnel is super effective. I guess that's the difference. A Lock's pet will take a lot of damage, but they're easier to heal than a Hunter's pet. A Hunter's pet won't take as much damage, but I don't think Min pet's a really effective heal.
Orders, Commander.
It's just like a little hot you put on your pet.
Ugh, some of these supplies are
Safe
really
travels.
waterlogged. And
Hey, we got ourselves some wrist upgrade.
these will get the job done, but truly,
Let's put that on.
this is disgusting.
But another thing too is, like, just as quickly as my pets die, I just resummon them. And it's as if like he was still up. So I'm usually not too worried about that. It's just a 2-second cast to get another one up.
Interest you on a pint?
Let me repair.
Talk to me. Up with you.
Now, I've been this whole time in a Cataclysm dungeon queue. I'm beginning to wonder though if maybe I should go into... Oh, we have access to pre-made groups. Cool. Ah, okay, so this is probably why I'm not getting any dungeons popping right now. I'm too high a level for Kata and Mista Pandaria dungeons, but I'm too low level for Warlords of Draenor dungeons. I need an item level of 500 or above. I don't know if this queue will pop for me though. Well, I've been in for almost 2 hours. Chances are I'm probably holding these guys up. Okay, so we need to be in a WAD dungeon, which means we need to get gear. Now, sometimes in previous expansions like Mista Pandaria, there's usually a merchant you can buy some starter gear from. It seems like that's what they need here. I don't think that's the case with the WAD though. General goods and repairs, yeah. Well, anyways, let's learn these blueprints. I'm sitting here running around in circles. Oh, I just read that, my bad. Almost reread your message again. Use the architect table. It's coming up on that time. It's 10:22. I've been streaming since 8 a.m. I usually start to get sloppy around the 11 o'clock time frame. That's usually when I call it. We'll hold it down and try to get our shit leveled up at least so we can get into some dungeon queues.
The barracks look fantastic. You should go check in with Mirage.
We have half a level till we can get to the next zone. Usually about that time we can start getting our hands on some good gear. All this stuff is just kind of wasted though. It's all on
Valley. She is quite eager to explore this new land.
Garrison type stuff instead of gear rewards. Speak with Quiana Moonshadow. Where is Quiana Moonshadow? Is this the flight path one? No, she's out south. Okay, cool. So the Temple of Kara Bor is what becomes Black Temple, I guess? I've never actually been out there, so I'm curious now. I've never explored that way, and I've never actually put those two together like that. I wonder if I eventually get over towards that temple and do any of the quests if I stay in Shadowmoon Valley. I want to say Daydream stayed here in Shadow Moon Valley from the early levels 90 all the way up to 100.
Elude be with you.
And kind of like a point back to what we were talking about early, the one and only.
There is much
I'm going ahead to the demon's lair.
One of the benefits
We'll
to level scaling, well, it could be a benefit. I see it as a benefit, is you could really just pick a zone and say, I want to see what this zone's story is, and quest throughout that whole zone and just get that whole story, and you know, almost level through an entire expansion with just one zone if you really wanted. I think that's cool. That cuts down on travel time.
Well deserved.
Okay, we got her. Commander, impeccable timing, return to the garrison. I think she's going to be one of our first followers. I'm going to grab these other quests because these are actual quests. I'm going to run out here and do those. I kind of like the Hellfire Infernal. I was thinking it would look whack with the blue looking Wrath Steed having the Hellfire Infernal out like that because they're different colors, but the contrast I think is pretty cool. I like the way the Void Elf or the Void Lord matched my mount though. Here's the chunk of lunar rock. This is the Shadow Moonwell. Give me this. Alright, got it. I guess these frogs don't like that I'm messing with their rock. Sorry, frogs. They all jumping on me and stuff. And there's a rare up over there. I want to go get that rare. If I see these rares, I try to kill them. Earlier, like I was saying, they often have gear upgrades on them. Can I parkour? No, I'm not going to be able to parkour.
Come on, this way.
I don't know if I could get to that rare. Cordana's leading me somewhere. Oh, to the all-seeing eye? Okay.
In here.
In here, okay. I'm gonna get that rare when I come out of this cave, I guess. The all-seeing eye. Let's get him. The one and only says, that's my favorite part, being able to complete zones. Yeah, man. And then, like, also taking the different path on the next tune you run with. Like, that's, I think, really cool, too. Here, let's put a singularity on him. Ooh, barely saved our agony. It almost fell. We're gonna dump a couple more unstable afflictions. This thing's draining life. I have no interrupt. See, this is where the Grimoire service would have came in handy.
Well done. I'll take it back to the outpost and see that it's secure. Come, foul creature.
He's like something like a demon hunter as well. The Warden. See, some people they're talking about Dark Rangers. Like I've heard a small portion of the community say that they want us to have shadow hunters, like Dark Ranger style hunters. I think that would be cool, but I think I'd much rather have a Warden. I think a Warden would be way better than a Shadow Ranger or Dark Ranger. But Lady Sylvanas has teased Dark Rangers since Vanilla. Velos. This is an actual rare. We're gonna singularity this guy. Oh, we singularity the wrong guy. Well, damn. Oh, that's another thing about these rares in WoD is they got mechanics, just like Miss Pandaria rares. You gotta watch out for the schmutz. They're gonna put the schmutz on you. Get over here. Get this thing off me, buddy. What is he doing? Why are you over there? Blaze Flame's going down. Oh, Blaze Flame's down. Man down, man down. Call him back out. Easy peasy. The music here is legit. It's all like, I feel like I'm playing Legend of Zelda and I'm about to get the Master Sword. Oh, am I standing in something? Don't stand in that stuff. Ragaga. Put a singularity on him. So this guy's gimmick is he's gonna stay out of melee range and put bubbles on you. This would probably be very annoying for a melee. As a caster, it's no problem though. Blastoids casts Bubble Burst. Here, look, we could call down our followers too. Our garrison helped us out there at the end. Nice. I would have used that earlier had I realized I had it. I forgot about it. Alright, let's see what we got. Anything good? Finger, look at this. A 57% upgrade to our ring. Can we finally replace the level 291 ring? Yes! With the 520. Now, that's important because we're trying to get to item level 500, which we're now only 3 item levels shy. Essentially 3 item levels. And then we'll be able to queue for some WAD dungeons. The WAD dungeons, that's another thing about level scaling, the one and only. A lot of these dungeons, like Cataclysm dungeons, WAD dungeons, even some of the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons are actually challenging now. I think we mentioned that earlier. But I think it's worth re-mentioning, like, you can't just roll over some of these. And I think the Cataclysm dungeons, I have a lot of videos of me joining these parties and them just like quickly falling apart because of mechanics. Like, nobody wants to hit Shift J dungeons, the dungeon that they're running, and find out like what to do. What I actually try to do is, like, say we're gonna run Warlords of Draenor, Iron Docks. This is like the first dungeon that we're gonna run. What I'll do is I'll go to the move, like, let's say the tank's messing up. I'll go like, hey tank, watch out for Reckless Provocation. And I'll actually say that to him, and if he clicks it, it shows him the tooltip of what he's supposed to be watching out for. So like, even if your party's not reading the dungeon journal, if you know about it, you can actually be an asset and help people out with understanding these mechanics by just like linking them and explaining like mechanics to your party. And that's like, it's like a nudge back to the community, like social aspect of the game. If you're new to my channel, like the one and only, like, you might want to check out my guild rant video where I actually go on about how there was a social aspect to the game when WoW first came out, and people actually used to they used to do dumb things, like there's really no point or objective that they would try to accomplish, but like they would go out like to the Burning Steppes or the Badlands, and they would farm rares together, or not even rares, but elites. Like the golden dragon portrait types would just go kill dragons because it was hard to do, and if you're coordinated as a guild, you could do that stuff. Even if you weren't an in-game raider, you could still find hard things to do in the world and get your buddies together and go try to take it on. Or, oh wow, she upgraded to epic. An epic buddy.
Raymain will lead us to victory.
Use the command table. Show me missions available. Next, 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 next. Start.
Well deserved.
You have my attention.
How dare this expansion make me read?
Where
Indicator. Got him. Jarrell. Don't know what's happening. Little gnome guy's yelling.
Yes, Commander.
Talk to Zip Fizzle. Yes, move out.
Move out! Go, go!
Wow, this guy's.
Ah, the little one is the taskmaster.
Yeah.
Our walls are impervious.
You'll find our alliance is full of surprises, Exarch. This is the commander I told you about.
The fact that I wield void
you
energy
built
doesn't mean
impressive
I plan to
garrison,
consume
and eager to see your
everything.
men
That
leave.
overlapping
After
RP.
all, I have a figure to maintain.
30 minutes. I wish they made that mission finish faster than that.
We will escort this caravan and meet you in Elude.
Take me to Storm Shield in
Well
Ashran.
deserved.
So this is the quest that I was talking about that takes me to the major city that is Horde and Alliance, kind of like the Shatrath of Warlords of Draenor, or the Dalaran, whatever expansion you grew up in. While I'm in flight, I'm gonna go bio right quick, and I'll be right back. Oh yes, just in time. Here we go.
Orders, Commander.
Orders, Commander. Just a second, pal. Can't you see I'm busy, he said. I don't think he realized that was his commander when he was saying that. He's like, the inn is this way. I know where the inn is. I'm your commander, damn it.
King's honor, friend.
Commander Locksoul, I'm so glad you can make it. It's a true honor. Yeah, the honor is all yours.
I am honored.
And this guy's honored as well. Wow, we got a lot of honored folks. That's weird. The ring in my bag looks like it's a 520, but when I mouse over it, it's a 291. That's that level scaling. I've seen that a few times with the level scaling where the tooltip of the item is different than the item's like icon. That's probably a bug with LVUI. I doubt that's anything to do with the oh, you know what? Come to think of it. Interrupting that train of thought with another here, because I think Warlords of Draenor is the expansion where the scaling starts. You know what? Actually, it was Mists where that started. I need to pick up enchanting because I want to be an enchanter. Hello. And I was thinking a tailor, but tailoring ends up being very expensive, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's enchanting I'm thinking of. But tailoring, yeah, I think I'm going to be a tailor for bags. I'm going to make bags, that's right. Because I got a lot of other alts that I need to make on this server. So, is that right? Enchanting and tailoring? Every time I make an enchanting and tailor, though, I never level the professions. What else is there? Jewel crafting? That I would need mining, though. Same with inscription and alchemy. I would need herbalism. Yeah, I think I'm going to be an enchanting and a tailoring. First aid I also thought would probably be useful, but the more higher level I get, the less I'm going to need first aid because all my self-healing. I'm going to go enchanting and tailoring. Yeah, they're a good combo. The one and only says tailoring and enchanting are a good combo. I agree. I usually don't end up leveling them, though.
See you around. Well met.
I don't know what it is about those specific professions, but with level scale, with the way it scales now, like the professions even scaling, it's probably gonna be fine. I did engineering on Daydream on my Paladin because I'd never made an engineer, and it was so good. It was so seamless. The only thing that ever stops me is the farming. Oh, there's an auctioneer. I have a bunch of stuff I could sell. Let me post all this. Hey, I'm actually selling stuff on the auction house. I've been collecting cloth since I started this tune. This is all the cloth I've ever picked up on this tune right here. 14 rune cloth. 136 netherweave cloth. That's mostly because of the dungeons I was running. I still haven't figured out if selling them in stacks of 20 or just selling the full stack of 100 and something is better. It seems like they sell pretty well just in stacks of 20 though. 62 from Ember Silk Cloth Land, wherever that was. And I'm starting to pick up Sumptuous Fur, I think, from this expansion. And then I have some light feathers as well. I'll sell those. I don't even know if people still need light feathers, but I'll sell them. I got some quest items in my bags. Alright, so Apexis. Here's the enchanting. Wow, is this a construct that he made? Welcome to Sparktonic's Enchantments, offering lowest prices on enchanting store showcasing borrow recipes. Okay. Salutations. Looking for a way to impress your friends? Maybe catch the eye of a lass you bumped into at the end? Well, you're in luck, my friend. Feast your eyes on Bill Sparktonic's fantastical incantations. For a low, low price, you too can enchant the world and make it glow. My assistant Bob can help you with recipes and latest greatest enchantments. Okay, train me. I'm sold. You sold me. Why, thank you, buddy. So, I learned a bunch of stuff.
You have a great day now.
Does this guy have stuff now? What recipes do you sell? Learn the secrets of Draenor enchanting. Well, I don't mind if I do. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of these. Maybe I should grab hundreds of them. Can I grab 100? Yes. 100 enchanting vellums. The one and only PZ says, I've been trying this thing where I sell green BOEs that I get while leveling. I sold one for a cool 1,000 gold the other day. Oh, you've been selling them on the auction house? Yeah, man. The Mogs. The Mogs are real. And if you look at your calendar, this weekend actually, well, actually it's the beginning of next week is the Trial of Style. So if you have any greens or anything, put that shit on the auction house now while it's still, like, you still got a few days before the Trial of Style starts, because that's all transmog competition. Like, that's the weekly next week, I guess. And people take their mogs seriously. They want something that matches, and slut mogs are really popular. If you control click something and it's like a loincloth or something like that and it looks whack on your male character, sell that shit on the auction house, because there's all kinds of female characters that want slut mogs. But yeah, I mostly vendor my shit, but I've had the intention of DEing it all with my enchanting types. But they're very much worth selling on the auction house just the same.
Hey.
All right, so we got all the Draenor enchanting now. Let's see what it is. All right, so we got the secrets of Draenor enchanting. Look, weapon, mark of the shattered hand. We need a rune copper rod. That's something that we probably should grab. Does this guy have... I know he sells recipes, but... Oh, I need to get the rune copper mog. Or rune copper rod. Trade for recipes at the garrison, Professor... Okay, so Secrets of Draenor enchanting. So these are the books I'm able to make. I need a vendor, a supplies vendor, so I can get my rune copper rod on. Portal to Darnassus. That's interesting. A fisherman? No, we don't care about fishing. We need a tailor though. We need a vendor to give us a copper rod.
Shadows gather.
What is this? Oh, okay. Contract. I'm sure you hire this follower. I've never looked at all this Apexis stuff. I remember it being a thing though. Maybe at some point we'll revisit that.
Hail, traveler.
What is all this? Challenge Warlord Gold? Is this PvP stuff? Yeah.
Watch your back.
I need... Well... I think I need a trade goods vendor. I'm sure we'll get all that stuff as we go.
You bring news?
Okay, we
We'll
spoke to the
endure.
Vindicator. Get out of here, Colossus thing. Here, let's tell him to stay. And then we'll just resummon him if we need him. This general goods guy here should be good for
Come, bros,
what
my
we were looking for.
goods.
Okay, so we need a rune copper rod. I think that's something we make ourselves from a copper rod, strange dust, and magic essence. Got the copper rod. Now we need lesser magic essence and strange dust.
Be well.
There was an auctioneer over there in this building.
What can I do for you?
All right, let's see. Strange. Let's see how much they're charging for this. Dust. Okay. Now, how much do we need of this stuff? 1 and 1. Okay, so 1 strange dust for 86 cents, or 86 silver rather. Not too bad. And lesser magic essence. 24 gold for 10. You're lucky I'm rich. I would have paid anything, it really doesn't matter. I just wanted to get it. Hey look, it's Traveler Pepe. Can't do anything with them here though. Alright, need a mailbox. Give me my money. Okay. And now we'll make this rune copper rod. So if we ever do need to make an enchant on the fly or anything, we at least have what we need to make it happen. Now we got the required, and we just need a temporal crystal in order to get the mark of the shattered hand. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay,
what can
now
I do for you?
tailor, profession trainer, tailoring. Where's tailoring? Tailoring.
See you later.
Alrighty. He's up north. There's a guy we got to talk to over here. I think I'll talk to this guy first and then head in to the tailor. He's kind of along the way. Now, is this dude upstairs? Must be upstairs. Are you the guy I need to talk to?
Ora Teramus. This too shall pass.
Okay, get out of here, Blaze Frame. Blaze... Yeah, he's Blaze Frame. He's like blowing up my frame with his body. I'll summon him back when I need him. And you know what? Actually, I may even switch out that Glyph of Supremacy for Grimoire Service. We'll keep the Void Walker out. I dig the Void Walker. This dude must be downstairs? We're looking for, in this area, his name is Jasay Rosecheer. That's Etten Black. Nibbles. I wanted to kill that spider. Didn't let me though. Jasay, where's Jasay? Jasay Rosecheer, the innkeeper. Oh, okay. Just said the innkeeper. Alright, moving on. We're heading up north. We're gonna get this tailoring trained up. And then we'll head east and speak with a new recruit. I guess we're gonna recruit another garrison follower that we can ignore for eternity.
Open for business.
Open for business. Okay, thank you. Got the tailoring. Oh, I got white shirt. Don't mind
How
do.
are you?
I want some Warlords of Draenor tailoring patterns. Is there a way I can do that? Embroidery. Reroll secondary properties on WAD tailoring armor. Oh, that sounds interesting. Draenor tailoring. Teaches you Draenor master tailoring and a number of recipes. I don't know why it's red. Alright, we're gonna learn Draenor tailoring. This is legit. Maybe we can make ourselves something. Oh, if I didn't sell all that. Well, I could go buy on the auction house. Maybe I could make myself something cool though. A cowl, a robe, or leggings. Okay, all of those I don't need. Damn. Let's see what it looks like though. Maybe the Mog will be lit. Oh, the Mog is legit. I don't know if we want to level this up. I feel like we should, huh? Because my idea is, if I can replace 1 or 2 items, if I could get like some gloves, some belts, boots, or bracers, then I could probably push over that threshold. Of course, like questing will probably get me there just as quick as that does. I don't want to spend all this time leveling a profession.
Well deserved.
Because, like, really, when do we get the other patterns?
You wish to buy?
Looking for something specific?
I have what you seek.
Let's... Unavailable. Let's look at the unavailable stuff. I don't know what up to what level Draenor happens. Yeah, I think most of this stuff... This is all previous expansion stuff.
Good day.
In order to get Draenor patterns... It looks like we're going to need the Secrets of Draenor tailoring. But, okay, if that's the case, then we could do the Secrets of Draenor tailoring here. It's a daily cooldown that reset. Okay, so we can afford that. We could get 5 sumptuous for a fur and hope for a belts, boots, or bracers item to proc. And then we'll do that daily, I guess. I don't think we'll be in this expansion for very many days. But I really just wanted to see if I can instigate a good proc right now.
Light be with you.
And just push myself over that threshold of the gear. You know, it might be just as easy to just buy something off the auction house as well. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just get an item off the auction house. We'll replace our lowest item level item, which appears to be our gloves, and see what that does. Alright. That'll probably get us there, come to think of it. So we're gonna, essentially what we're doing is we're buying and the one and only PZ's items that he's putting on the auction house. We're that guy. We're the guy that's buying your stuff right now. So up to only usable, let's say only usable items, but the highest item level of those. Hex Weave gloves. We haven't collected this appearance. This is Harmonious. Versatility Mastery or Crit Strike Mastery. This is 490% upgrade. This is a 506% upgrade. For 6,000 gold though? Thug life. Grab it.
See you later.
We're grabbing them. Where is a mailbox? Let's see what some super legit gloves do for our item level. There it is. We got a new appearance as well. 512 item level. That means we can queue for a dungeon. Random Warlords of Draenor dungeon. Don't mind if I do. Why, thank you. 24-minute queue and we can go quest now. Fantastic, fantastic. Very good. At least we're in queue. We got the queue rolling. And we got some professions. So, all's good. Alright, I heard somebody needed me.
Quick.
Oh, we got ourselves a DK. He epic upgraded. Look at all the purple upvotes. Purple upvote. Purple upvote. Now we don't have any quests. And we're level 91, I think. Yeah, 91. What does that mean? Go back to Shadow Moon Valley? Yeah, this is where we should go. Okay, so back to the garrison. Let's use the garrison Hearthstone. Oh, cool. I didn't know you could actually use it up there. That's nice. The one and only says, "Oh my God, 6K on that! I laughed my ass off. You're crazy. I love it." Yeah, man. That's one of those thug life moves. You just say, "Fuck it, thug life. Just do it." We're in queue now, though. It worked. It worked to our advantage. We got the Halcyon Affinity looking for new and active and dedicated players for their core team to push mythic progression. 11/11 Heroic, Friday, Saturday, Whisper, or go to Halcyon or halcyonaffinity.com. I've not progressed at all in anything. Heroic's not too hard though. I heard normal and heroic are about the same difficulty. But mythics, that's a huge jump. And I also heard from an experienced raider, Mike Preach Wow, or Preach Gaming on YouTube. He said that if you're looking to raid at all next expansion, right now is the time to get into some raids. You want to get onto a good raid team right now, so you're not raiding 5 weeks later after the expansion drops when it's not relevant. And that would be nice. I think I'd probably enjoy that if I could make my schedule work that way. Hop on a good raid team. Of course, this entire expansion, all I've talked about is raiding, but I've rarely done it. The first, whenever the Nighthold was the progression raid that was still being released at the time. When that first came out, I got into a little bit of that with my Paladin, and I actually had an assassination rogue I was running. But that was my raiding experience, this expansion. Everything else is LFR. Did our void die? What happened? Oh. I think we have an extra move I'm not seeing. Okay, yeah, Grimoire service here. Pull another void out. Well, this void's gonna save that void and run a little bit of interference. And then we'll heal our void while the other void's out. Oh, this is interesting. The one that we call out is not a Void Lord. What's cool though is with this Grimoire of Service here, it actually brings out an empowered secondary pet that does 100% more damage. Wow, I do not feel like that was worth it. He dropped Succulent Offshoot. That's it? That long ass fight? Well, my bad. Okie dokie. Actually, we're here for destroying this stone here. Yeah, okay, that's what we're here for. Okay, stone destroyed. Tag these mobs. Singularity that one. Spread some corruption via dot, or seed of corruption rather. Whoa, your stream moved at like 1 FPS during that big tree fight. I can hear you clear as day though. Oh man. Yeah, my laptop's probably starting to chug. I've been streaming solid for more than 3 hours. So it starts to heat up, I think. I want this dungeon to go off. I was hoping that I'd be able to get a run in before 11, but I'm about 2 minutes off from shutting the stream down right now, so I probably should just get to the safe place and call it here. Because I don't want a whole lot of low FPS streaming to happen. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and wrap this episode up right here. I appreciate you coming and hanging out, the one and only PZ. Welcome to the Stalwart Vanguard today, man. Also, if anybody watching this video wants to catch me live, I normally stream Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to... That person waved. I normally stream Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And I think with that, we're going to conclude Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Legion, the Void Elf leveling mini-series, episode 46. And until next time...
Do not surrender your will.
Do not surrender your will. Peace.